Hello, everyone. Hello, and welcome to Edge of Legend, episode 16. So, quick announcement: Randy will be joining us sometime around the break, and then we will obviously have three players. But until then, let us do a quick hello and recap and all that great fun stuff. Starting with wow, it's weird when I only have two players. It's like looking at it going like, well, this is going to take a while. Probably not. Let's start off with Sidney Rubino. Why not? Sidney, tell me who you are, who you're playing, and what your pronouns are.
I mean, I could make it take forever if you want. I can just keep going and going and
You know,
going.
really just chew that scenery up, just make a meal of it. You know what I mean?
I am hungry. Hello. My name is Sidney Rubino. I play Alona, the half-elf Windows notification.
The Windows notification.
The USB devices have disconnected and reconnected.
I love you, Joe. We get Joe. No, I'm sorry. Anyway, hello. My name is Sidney Rubino. I play Alona, the half-elf cloistered cleric. There she is. She is small. And my pronouns are she, her. She's not that small, actually, in real life, I promise. She's very normal.
She's more
size.
than just like 2 inches tall. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be very unfortunate for multiple reasons.
Yeah. Well, that being said, next up, Wes, who are you? Who are you playing? And what are your pronouns?
I'm Wes, a person, I think, sometimes. And I play Dragon Targir, the Dustwalker Magus. I'm ready to goof around as Dragon today and get into more mischief. If you missed last episode, I launched myself off of a sand ramp on part of a broken stone egg. It was fun.
Yeah, it was a fun game. I didn't invent the word, but I said the word flesh snake out loud, and I hate that I did that. But sometimes you make stuff up on the spot, and you have a very crystal clear image of what that means, and then you know it's just not going to get interpreted that way.
No.
I forgot about the flesh snake.
I mean, how could you do that? He's just everyone's favorite little.
Don't make it a puppet. That makes it worse.
It's not that little.
But now he's sad. Now he's going away. Anyway, that being said, oh Jesus, give me the strength, Lord. Let's get through this, please and thank you. My name is PJ. I am the GM for Edge of Legend and Natchman Productions official here on Twitch. My pronouns are he, him, and today I'll be playing everyone and everything in between. And before I forget, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to our amazing TD Joe, who does the good work, the hard work all the time, every time. You make us look amazing. Last week, you make us look amazing tonight. Thank you, Joe. And now on to the recap. If you missed Randy's recap on... Sorry, I heard screaming. If you missed Randy's recap on our YouTube page, it's youtube.com/nat20prods. You can check it out. But in case you missed it, we got to introduce Randy and his new character, Lothier Vanillison. I see it written out. My brain like forgets how it's said. Point is, Lothier. You get to meet Lothier, who had an amazing interaction with basically a rock elemental, an earth elemental that was going to kill him and eat him, but then realized, oh, you're one of the druids of the mud and the land. We have a thing. You got to get the hell out of here. And chased him and threw him at the campsite of the players in a giant stone egg, which then shattered, leading to Dragon to try to surf the stone egg. They got to converse and have some dialogue and conversation. We got to have a bit of the tension between Acadia and Brack as Morel and Lothier got to discuss a little bit of their history, and it was a very sweet moment. And then they found a wandering hospitalier who was infested by a horrible disease that was slowly killing him and would potentially turn him into an undead monster. And to Alona and Lothier's credit, they spent about 2 or 3 days just doing medicine checks on this guy, and they were able to kick the disease. No problem. They went back to the campsite though, where the hospitalier came from, and they found that it had been attacked really badly. And the only survivor was one pilgrim who was basically under a treasure chest and had been for like a day or two, not in a good place. Yeah, basically hiding the way Wes is hiding. It's terrific. Once they rescued the pilgrim, once they got the hospitalier, they got in their caravan, they went out riding, and it was a driving montage of survival and fighting of the undead at night and getting through the land in the day. And on the last day, they fought this massive, terrible sandworm made of stitched together body parts. And it was then that in the horrible fighting, the hospitalier who had been sick for about a week finally got their health together, kicked the virus, and joined the fight. And they all left triumphantly. And that's kind of what you missed. It was a pretty awesome episode. And now we're going to be starting today's episode, episode 16, where we left off in the outpost town called 18th Sundown. In the outpost town of 18th Sundown, many hospitaliers and pilgrims take a big stop. It's been about like a week at this point of traveling through a desert, surviving midnight attacks from undead monstrosities constantly. So this outpost town is a big deal because, not just for the rest, but as anyone will tell you, behind the partitioned leather flaps of tents and behind the bazaars selling food and water and other things, this is the last stop before you either find the road to Or or find the road to the holy site where Minerva ascended and became the first human to become a goddess of the Astragenicon. So this is a huge deal outpost. It is a pretty large outpost city because of that. And looking around, you see, again, this massive tavern, which is comprised primarily of a massive tent made of multiple different leather tarps, different colors stitched together. You see different insignias from old knight orders and old countries and mercenary groups. Anything is easily the size of like almost like a, pardon the equivalence, but like a P.T. Barnum tent almost. It's massive. Inside, you can hear laughter, talking, music. Just from the partially open flap, you can smell incense and different smoking pipes and tubes, and this rich scent comes out of it. Around the town, you also find a bunch of massive wooden bounty boards kind of plunked all around, and shopping galore to be had. Now, I have hidden in this massive outpost town some little surprise things. It's up to you to roll just right while investigating in the right place to figure out what this is and maybe see where it goes. Choice is yours, of course. As you get to town, everyone just kind of scatters about to enjoy. Of course, Ichi is having a nice rest inside, having some coffee, having some of that good inhalables. But Morel, like always, is staying very close to you lot.
Are you saying Ichi's getting high right now? Because
I'm not confirming nor denying. I'm just saying.
I've just never heard it referred to as inhalables before.
It's definitely a first time for me as well.
Yes. Let me imbibe in some inhalables. Pardon me.
Say, good sir, dost thou have any inhalables?
Yes. Yes, good sir. I would like to try one of your finest inhalables.
Yes. God. Well, I mean, I have a request from the chat from Teacher Teapot to name the camels that we rode in on. So why don't we just go to the stables?
Okay. Sure enough, you go to the stables. The stable hand is feeding them a snack of water, salt, and butter, so that the fat cells get absorbed really quickly and they can make sure they're very hydrated on a long desert journey. The real food isn't kicking in just yet. It's kind of like the welcome home snack.
Welcome home snack. That's great. There's no animal handling in Pathfinder.
There is. Make a nature check.
A nature check.
Nature checks can be done for animal handling. Yeah.
Beautiful. Well, I'm going to walk over to the camel that Ilona rode it on. And how this animal handling check goes is going to determine what their name's going to be. So Alona's going to reach out to pet this camel, and I'm gonna see if it likes me or not, because we've been through some trouble and Alona's a really rough rider. So let's go. Rats. Wait. No, not rats. Alrighty then. What's happening? Life is happening. 25.
That's really good. So
I
are you
have a
rolling
really
to name
good
the camel?
nature check. What?
Are you rolling to name the camel?
I am rolling to see how the camel reacts to my presence, and if it likes me, it's getting a good name. If it doesn't like me, then I'm sad and it gets a different name. But I think with a 25, it likes me. Maybe.
We'll
Yeah.
see about that.
Hold on. So
Oh,
you walk
no.
up to the camel
Oh no.
and
Are you did you just like do a random generator to see?
yeah, I'm legit right now looking up ways to know if a camel likes you.
It doesn't bite or spit at you.
That's the only thing I
Yeah.
could think of.
Yeah,
So
that's it.
yeah. So the camel, you come up to and the camel is kind of plops on all fours. It doesn't look at you, it slowly kind of turns its head away from you. And then just like with its long neck, just like leans its head into your shoulder clavicle area. It's kind of and it's kind of
Oh, you're so cute. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna name you Morel.
Morels with the like brushing their camel. Thanks, I guess. Sure. Why not?
Yes. Well, look how cute. He's so cute and he's so big. He like just so little dopey and like he's look. It looks just like you. And Alona shows up.
Dragon's also gonna look at Morel, just be like, oh yeah, I guess I do kind of see it.
I don't even know what to say in response to this. Thank you, I guess. And good to see you, Mr. Morel the camel. I am Morel the person. Remember that. Just brushing the other camel. I was like, this is so weird. I have no words. I'm out of my element here.
I
Everyone is just-
mean, the hump kind of looks like your bicep, is what I see, kind of deal.
Would the camel bicep be on its back, or would it be in its like flank area?
I was talking about the one on the back, but I guess if you want to talk about the ass too, that's fine.
Right. This is getting weird. I'm gonna go outside. Yeah, you can call the camel Morel, but just please say Camel Morel, because if you just shout Morel, we'll both turn like, yeah, and I do not want to get confused for a camel.
Does Morel the camel like Morel the person?
Hold on. Morel's gonna make a nature check for handling his animals. He looks at Morel. Morel looks at Morel. Morel looks at Morel. Kind of head bonk each other. And then Morel Harkisian leaves. The camel, you think the camel and Morel are like, they're okay. They're on good terms.
Ilona looks at Dragon. Is that not how you flirt?
What?
You don't name cute things after the person that you like. Is that not how this works?
Well, I think the problem is that he doesn't think that the camel is cute, so
Oh.
maybe he thought you were insulting him.
Oh no, that's the opposite of what I wanted.
Oh, wait, hold up. So you like Morel, and you see like Dragon like getting close and like you got a big smile. You like Morel. Like Morel.
Yeah,
You could be honest, I don't care.
I mean, yeah, yes. I mean, everyone else already knows this, but I guess.
Does Morel know this?
Yes, he does. We have talked about it at length. We
So-
were going to go on a date at some point, but things keep happening.
Well, I mean, we have time. I'm gonna be back, and he's gonna like literally walk out of the camel area and go find Morel.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
19.
19. Check. Yeah, you see Morel just kind of leaving the tent, and he looks like he's making his way to the tavern, but he's kind of looking at the bounty board, just kind of casually going, huh, that's really cool. But yeah, you spot him.
And so I run up and like grab him in the shoulder. Morel, hold up a second. And bounties. All right. So I've been told that Alona likes you. Do you like Alona?
Yeah,
You can be
I
honest.
do.
Here's the thing.
Yeah,
Just be straight with me. It's fine.
sure. I like Alona, and it's good to know that she likes me. Like, we had a date. It's a wee bit awkward, if I'm being honest, but that's just because we're both very awkward people. So yeah.
What's there to be awkward about? You guys like each other already. The hardest part's out of the way.
Yeah, I guess I think if I had to put my finger on it, I think it's because we are awkward about it because we are afraid on how to communicate that well, without bad things happening.
Without what bad? Okay, so this is the way to communicate it. Alona, I like you. Would you like to go out with me? Here, and he's gonna pull out 3 gold coins and just hand them. Take her on a date later tonight after all the festivities and it's calmed down a little bit. Buy a drink, have some dinner. It's very easy to do this.
All right. So I'm just gonna do that. I'm gonna go up to her with the 3 gold coins and say, Alona, I like you. We're having a date now. We're gonna have food and drink. All right, I can do that. Yeah, I can do that.
We'll do that, but ask her to go out with you. Don't just tell her because, person
Right.
as well.
All right. I want you to know this now. I will do it wrong, but I will do it. I will. I promise.
All right. Do you want me to ask her for you?
No. I should, I should own my feelings, and I should take initiative on them.
Look, all I'm saying is that you two have gotten the hardest part out of the way. You know each other likes one another, and that's like the hardest part to make happen.
Really, it doesn't get harder with all the all right, now that we like each other, like how do we communicate in a way that we don't have like, an absolute breakdown of interest and scare them off, or one of you dies.
You're both epic adventurers who've slain untold monsters. You're afraid of a date?
Yes, very much so. And I've died at least 3 times. So death is really, my accent, not really something that's out of the realm of possibility for a romantic inclination.
Well, that's the reason why you should do as many amazing things in the time that you have. I've only died once, and I mean, I've changed the way I live my life. I when I see something that I want to do, I just go for it. I mean,
Right.
you never know when, you're right. You never know when death could be around the corner. So take as much pleasure out of life and spend the most time with the people that you care about as you can.
Yeah, you're right. I'll be right back.
All right.
And Morel goes walking back into the camel lodge, for lack of a better word. Alona, as you are hanging out with Morel the camel, you are suddenly rejoined by Morel the Acadian, who comes in and says, hello, I like you a lot. Let's go on a date. And you know what? I want to do it right bloody now. You, me, food, possibly. Drinks can happen if you're feeling it. I've got money. Of course I do. We can do it in this place, probably at the tavern. Would you like to do that with me now?
So you walk in on Alona talking to this camel.
And what does she say?
Like she's trying to talk to Morel and ask Morel out on a date. So as soon as you walk up to her and ask her out on a date, she looks at the camel, looks back at you, looks back at the camel, and goes, I manifested this.
The camel is just.
You're right, Morel. You're right. Okay. Alona squares up with Person Morel. A date sounds like a great idea. I'm very excited for this date that we're going to go on, where hopefully nothing tries to kill us this time.
Yes, I would really appreciate it if no one tried to kill us on this day. That would be fantastic.
And I would like to think that Dragon followed and is kind of like peeking around the corner. Don't worry, I'll set anything that tries to kill you on fire. And he's holding, like, he uses produce flame in his hand. All right.
Oh god, the camel lodger is looking at you. He's like, "What do you do? There's hay here. Get that fire out of here!" And he kind of like runs up to you and starts shooing you out of the camel lodge.
Hey! Don't try and interrupt their date, or I'll get you with this fire.
And they just like get a broom and start poking you. It's like, I have had hospitaliers and clerics and wizards and all kinds threaten you with magic. You're not the first. You won't be the last. Get that away from my camels. And he's just jabbing you.
And as he's pushing me outside, but I bet I'm the first one that's blue.
And he goes, "Huh, yeah, you really are blue. Huh. Doesn't matter. Get out.
So Reap Psyche in the chat says, I want this legit to be Dragon following them around, thwarting date ruining attempts. And that's exactly how I thought this was gonna go.
I spent all this time making like 4 or 5 threads for y'all to follow, and now we're just doing Kiss the Girl for an hour and a half.
I know you work so hard.
No, it's fine. If anything, I can recycle these ideas, and this will be great. Oh my god.
The ideas could be the date. We could go on a bounty for a date. I don't know.
I mean, honestly, that's up to you all at this point. Morel sees the initiative, offers an arm to Alona and goes, "So would you like to have a date in the 18th Sundown Outpost town?"
Yes.
And to Morel, Dragon's just gonna like secretly hold up like a thumbs up.
He's gonna like first of all look in with Alona and be like, "Can I put my arm around you?" Like in mid movement.
Alona immediately stiffens the tightest that her shoulders will go and puts them back and stands up very straight and goes, "Yes, you can totally do that."
Morel awkwardly like tries to wrap his arm around you and then rest it on you, so he's not just like doing the awkward hover, but he is very aware that he has the arms of a Kodiak bear, and you are not a Kodiak bear. And now you can see he's having this panic attack of like, I don't want to kill her, I just want to hold her. But he finally gets an arm around you, and he's having a small panic attack, but he's keeping on the inside. And as he leaves, he kind of throws up a thumbs up to Dragon, like, "We're having a date, mate. Later." And then he just leaves with Alona.
Okay, so Dragon is absolutely gonna follow them and make sure nothing happens because he's very invested in this now. Do you want me to do a stealth check or anything like that to see if I can stay out of their line of sight, but also aware of the situations?
Sure. Yeah. Give me a stealth check for shadowing.
21.
21. This will be going against our perception DCs. I'm gonna get out Morel's character sheet. Alona, what is your perception bonus?
14.
14. Okay, so you see Dragon like Kronk, like dun 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 dun, like trying to sneak around the corner, like clearly watching you. He thinks he's being super stealthy. Now I need to see what Morel's is. Let's see his perception. Where did I put that? Wow. Morel's got really bad perception. Morel does not see Dragon at all.
Oh God.
I have to double check the stats on that. It may be better than that. We'll see. But yeah, he's no clue. So that being said, I have a plan already in my head, and let's just see where this goes. So he brings you to the tavern. He leads you to a table, sits down. After you sit down, of course, he waits like a gentleman. And then he orders 2 drinks. But he just says drinks. He doesn't say what kind. After that, you see, by the way, you see inside the tent, this place is massive. You see that there's easily 3 different bars working at one time. Each one has their own food. Each one has their own drink menu. You see everything under the sun inside this place. And so someone comes by with the drink menu and said, "Sir, do you know what drinks you want?" And he goes, "Would like a water, and I would like a wine."
No.
"No, you don't want wine. What would you like to drink?"
Tea?
Tea, a water, and a tea. Thank you.
So I'm just gonna say Dragon is gonna be trying to listen into this conversation and make this go as good as possible for these two. So he's gonna overhear that conversation and just be like, and he goes up to the bar, like stops the waitress and be like, "All right, 2 of your fanciest mixed drinks," and like slips her a gold.
Oh,
All right,
God.
she gets
That
a gold.
table over there.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Strongest or fanciest?
Strongest for him, he's really large. Fanciest for her.
Got it. And with a smile and a wink, she goes off. I want you to give me Dragon, give me a perception check.
Okay. Oh, that's not good. That's a 10.
Total?
Yeah.
Okay. So
I'm not very perceptive for a bounty hunter.
I'm sorry. So some time passes, the lady gets the drinks and she comes back to the group. You're watching her. She brings back, she gives everyone a water and a tea, and then she gets this massive almost like a stein for Morel. And she gets this beautiful multicolored drink in a glass with garnished with fruit and like little cute toy things, and a big curly straw and a straight straw for Ilona. And she goes, "These are on the house. Have a great time, everyone. Well, if you need anything, we'll be over here at the first bar back. Bye." And she walks off. Dragon, as they are enjoying their drinks, you see what looks like a shadowy figure with a cloaked hood and this very intricate like leather bracer, like with a knife popping out of it, like take something from someone and just starts and then starts moving by Ilona and Morel.
Okay, so if he would even move close to Morel, I would immediately try and intercept.
Okay, give me how do you want to intercept?
Pretty much I would go up to him. I would grab him by the wrist. I saw the blade down and hold it straight down to the floor. And then the other hand would just produce a little bit of flame in front of, like, under his face. "If you even think about stealing anything from these 2, I will burn you alive."
Give me an intimidation check.
24.
4. So he just looks at you, sees the fire, sees you holding onto his wrist, sees Morel and Ilona, and goes, "Oh, no, yeah, no, it's fine. Hey, man, it's cool, man. Yeah, I'm not gonna steal anything from them. No, I'm just walking out. I'm just gonna leave.
Do anything. I don't care about any of these other people. Just these 2.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. No, I swear, man. I swear. Well, no. Keep eyes on me. I'm gonna walk out the front, and you're never gonna see me again."
Okay.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Yeah. Have a nice day. And as he walks away, Alona, you're having this great conversation with Morel, and suddenly some stranger in the hood just goes, "You guys have a great date, all right? Okay, bye." And he just leaves.
Do you know them?
No, I've never met that person in my life. Do you know him?
No.
No. Huh. Anyway, so yeah, tell me about the family that you had in the temple growing up. That sounds really interesting.
Uh, yeah. Well, there were a few of them that were there. Um, there were many of them. Um, Basically, if you really think about it, it was kind of like we were all family. So I didn't necessarily have like, you know, biological brothers or sisters. It's just, every like person that was raised in the church where we grew up was raised together. And the person that one of the people that was in charge was named Father Tikva. And he was really great, a really great role model. And yeah, I had a few friends that we grew up together. They're still there. They haven't left, I don't think, to my knowledge. But yeah, you know, normal raising up in the church stuff, I guess.
Sounds great. Maybe if we happen to be in the area, guys, we're looking for Tobias, maybe. Oh, it'd be great to meet them. I'm sure you'd like to meet them, to see them again too.
Yeah. I mean, I do want to see them. Um, I just, maybe we like just make it quickly through ore because, we really need to escort this person to the site of Nineveh really quickly, and like that takes precedence over everything.
That really does. Yeah, no, it's really important. Really important. Wes, give me a religion check. Oh, you're muted, by the way.
Religion check. My religion's real bad, so that's 5.
Perfect. Okay. So you're watching Alona and Morel have a great time. You suddenly just kind of hear off in the corner this really loud, horrible, like shattering sound. And then a bunch of like yelling and screaming and arguing. And then suddenly you just hear some running. But as you look, you're like, well, I don't know. I just saw some shadows. The light was in my eyes. Not my problem. But you're hearing a large fight happening outside and lots of running.
Okay, so and it's very loud inside of the tavern, correct?
Oh yeah, it's like 3 scum and villainies just put together.
So yeah, he's just gonna groan, stand up with like a cloak on, and then walk outside to see what's going on.
Okay, so you walk outside and you see like heavily armed knights and guards and clerics and paladins, and they're like grabbing this one person, and they're like asking a bunch of questions and like throttling them, and they kind of stop and they go, "Hey, are you a member of the Platinum Hammer or like any religious organization or like government military?"
No, and I'd like to make a legal check.
Okay.
To see if I know the laws of this area, anything that I could use to get them to stop.
Sure. Yeah. Give me a legal lore.
Okay. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. So without any idea what's really happening here,
I just see somebody like attacking another person.
Yeah, like a group of people like throttling this person. Assuming that they're, from what you could tell, they're not attacking them. Like, they're not trying to lethally harm them. They seem to be interrogating or something.
Mostly, I want a law to make them keep it down, like be quiet. I don't care what's actually happening. I just don't want them to disturb Morel and Alona.
So you would know that they would have some sort of barracks, a small, simple barracks, or even like a sheriff's department that they could probably like take this problem to and not have it out in the streets like this.
Okay, but would there potentially be a law about noise?
Not until night or during any sort of like holy rites or holy rituals.
All right. Hey, what's going on here? Keep it down. All right. There's two people inside who are, I'm hoping, very much in love, and you're disturbing their first date. You could be ruining the future children of the area. So take whatever is going on here back to your barracks. All right? Please. I don't want to ruin their first date. This could be something very meaningful. They're very powerful adventurers. So let's just calm it down and take it somewhere else. All right?
One of the paladins wearing like a white tunic and bright red armor goes, "We're having a date? No, guys, let's take him back to the barracks. All right, come on. Look, it's not my imperative to interrupt true love. We have to let that happen. We'll get information from the heretic later. Thank you so much. Bye."
Oh, thank you. Bye.
Were they a paladin of Adaraya?
They were.
Yay.
So Morel is just kind of like doing that thing where like he's just kind of looking at you, and he kind of puts his elbows on the table, and it's hard for me to get comfortable, but he's there and he's like looking at you. He's like, "I think that sounds lovely. Now, do you have any questions for me? I've been asking so much of you. I don't want to make you feel like it's an interview or nothing like that."
Yeah, actually I do have a few questions for you.
Oh, sure. What's that?
Just generally. So we're in Acadia. And you were kind of banished from Acadia-ish.
Yeah, I was, yeah.
Are we gonna make any swings by home while we're here?
If need be, if need arises, we can do that, but I don't plan on stopping in and seeing my family. It's almost illegal for me to do that.
What would happen if we tried? If you want to.
It depends. Depends on how dearest dad feels about that. Any member of the royal court or the royal guard, assuming that they don't recognize me or,
How many siblings do you have? I know we met your sister, but is there anyone that's still in Acadia even?
Mostly my cousins. I have a lot of I have so many bloody cousins. I have 12 cousins from one side of the family, another 15 from another side. I think the South regions have 25 total cousins related to me. I have a battle brother. I haven't seen him in a long time. Hamaz, my best friend, my brother, Lieutenant Hamaz. I haven't seen him since that time in Ur. But I heard from my sister, he started a theater company in Acadia. He's trying to challenge the theater style of Acadia. Yeah, we do really good performances. Problem is, we're kind of stuck in certain genres, and Amal's is trying to break us out of that.
So that means he needs to have a conversation with Ichi then.
Oh, I think they get along like a house on fire.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So the last time you saw him was Or. How long ago were you banished?
It's been a bit fuzzy. If I recall correctly, I was banished about 3-4 years ago. The incident in question probably happened about 4 or 5 years ago.
Oh. That's interesting.
What's that?
Well, I just feel like I would have heard about it. That's why.
Yeah. Acadia, since occupying, has been trying really hard to win favor with the people of Ur. And I think that we have been trying to suppress. They have been, well, the king, my father, has been trying to suppress the events of that night from really spreading throughout all. Probably was just a local rumor that didn't go very far.
Mm.
So,
I mean, not like we ever really, at least not the kids really heard much. Not like I'm a kid. I'm old enough. Anyway, I guess we shouldn't talk about such sad stuff. But
when the conversation would have started to go a little darker, I would like to think that Dragon would be like, okay, now it's time for food, and he'd go up and like order and ask them to like really plate the stuff very nicely, and like, you know, yeah, like for him, like a slab of meat and, you know, whatever garnishes and things that you would put around that, and then for her, kind of greens do you have?
Well, greens don't last long out here, so we have a few greens, but they're really expensive. They're mostly dense greens. We have a lot of potatoes. They hold up pretty well out here.
Okay, well, yes, but how can you make potatoes very fancy?
Well, we have a number of options. We can cut them very fancy, so it looks like a ribbon, like a fancy ribbon that you'd wear, but can eat it. We also have we have this really great stuff. Okay, you know what stuff you burn in a lamp to see at night? What if instead you just slightly heated it up? We can just take them, cut them in different fashions and styles, probably like use them to stuff and other things, and we just dunk them in there, come out, and they look all like golden and brown. They smell and taste amazing.
Yes. Spiral it and then fry it in oil. I think that would be the good option. And then if do the greens as a little garnish, maybe with some slightly spiced meat.
Yeah, we can do that. In fact, and they look over and it's like, oh, she poor thing. She's so skinny. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna also throw some gravy on there. We have some great thick meat-based gravies. Make a big dish out of it. Get the potatoes, the gravy, the spices, the meat.
Let's go a little bit lighter because they're on their first date right now. It might lead to something, and don't want that full of a stomach for activities. I don't think that'll happen because they're both very awkward, but I'm trying to help them. They're talking about dark stuff right now, and I'm trying to interrupt that.
Absolutely. Well, I'll pitch this to the chef. I'm sure they'll figure something out. They're gonna love playing around with this oil.
If they really like it, there's 2 extra gold in it for you.
I'll let them know. Right. And they run back, and you hear this person like just, you know, the clinks and clangs of cookery as the fire roars and belches, and they kind of look up. What? Oil? Potatoes? That's not a meal. What? Add shit to it? How much extra gold? All right, step back. Give me 15. And they just get to work. And sure enough, they make this beautiful, almost artisanal poutine delight sort of concoction.
I love how real life PJ knows real life Sidney's preferences and was trying to steer this.
Fair.
Really fast, because I just saw someone knocking to get in. So we're gonna be joined by Randy and Joe. Whenever you get the chance, pop them in place there.
Hi, Randy.
Howdy.
Hey, what's up?
Not much. Excited to join.
Awesome.
Yay.
Great to have you. Yeah. Once we get all the panels fixed up in a bit. Well, while that's happening, so here's what you missed so far. We decided to have an Alona and Dragon mess around. And in that vein, Dragon decided that they were going to wingman a date between Alona and Morel. As they're having this little like awkward yet delightful romantic evening, Dragon is going around like making sure the food is good, the drinks are keep going. I built 5 different threads of different things that they could choose to mess around. And as he's bodyguarding this date, he's literally shooing away different threads going, no, get out of here. You're causing too much noise. It's been a great time. Now, there's still many different threads we can pull. We can also continue to try and have the world's most delightfully awkward date. Of course, the choice is always up to you. But that being said, Lothier, let's reintegrate you into the scene. Where have you been in this outpost town that we got to last week? It's about maybe late in the lunchtime period. There's a massive tavern that's basically 3 bars put together under a massive like circus tent, a bunch of bizarre aisles for shopping, a bounty board, and just basically anything else you could do or want. So what is Lothier doing?
I think I would have been looking through the town, seeing if there's anyone who has some kind of knowledge of like magic, or I would look for druids, but I don't know if I would find that here. So it would be anyone who can give me any knowledge through books or teaching. I don't know if I would have found that, but that's what I would have been looking for. And sort of not having found it in this outpost town, I would have like slowly come back to where the rest of the party has been sort of hanging out probably. And that's where I probably would have bumped into these schemes that have been planned.
All right, just for giggles, give me an occult check.
All right. It's not gonna be good. Let's see. That's gonna be a 9.
9. Okay. So you're walking around trying to find a magic person. You find a few magic people, but they're mostly like magic, like card tricks. And every time they try to sell you like, oh yes, I'm a druid, it's like, nah, you're a poser. And you eventually find yourself back at the tavern. As you get back in the tavern, you overhear this conversation happening, this kind of like weird whispery conversation about skirts and pants. It makes no sense. So just kind of shoving that aside, you can't help but see Dragon and Alona and Morel's body trying to like curl over this tiny table, and they're just having drinks, and this lovely dish of potatoes and gravy and meats and spices and things have been lovingly placed for Alona, and this basically perfectly seared steak and garnished with I'm trying to think of something you'd get there, dates and dried fruits, just kind of put on the side on this big wooden plate, just given to Morel. And Morel's like, oh, thank you so much. I love dates. I love dates.
Where is Dragon in relation to the two of them? Because I would walk over to Dragon.
Oh, Wes, you're muted, buddy.
I would like to think that he's sitting with his back to them so he can hear and observe things. Or actually, he'd probably be in a corner, kind of like watching and listening, without trying to give away that he's watching and listening, and would probably see Lothier walk in.
Looking dumbfounded. He's like, all right. And he sort of like hurries over and he's like, what's going on? What's happening?
So I found out that Morel and Alona really like each other. So I've made them go on a date, and I've just been making sure that the date goes well. You want to help?
Oh, absolutely.
Great.
I'm all here for it. Miss Alona has been so nice to me. I'd like that.
Yeah, likewise. They've both been so nice to me. So I want to make sure that this happens, and that no one interrupts or does anything bad. So, I've gotten some loud people to go away, and some weird guy in a hood that was going around, I think, stealing stuff from people. So, we just want to be on the lookout for any like weirdos like that.
All right, I'm gonna put on my searching hat, and he takes the hat that's on his back, and he just like puts it on, and he starts like staring up over at the door. All right, just tell me what you need, and I'm there.
Well, I've been also having to save them from themselves a little bit. They both. I don't think they've done this very much.
Yeah, Mr. Morel doesn't seem like the dating type. I don't know what it is, but he just kind of seems, I don't know, kind of awkward. Nice, but awkward.
Yeah, well, I mean, this sort of thing can be very awkward. It's just weird to me because they've like fought off monsters and demons.
It sounds like they've saved the world, right?
Exactly. They've saved the world, and they're scared of a little date. I mean, maybe if we were like, you guys have to date in order to save the world, then they'd be not awkward. That's actually not a bad idea, or maybe it is.
Right.
I don't know.
All right. So what's the plan right now? What's happening right now?
Well, I just made sure that they got some food because they were talking about some very like dark topics, and I wanted to try and steer the conversation a little happier.
Yeah, all right. Let's listen. See what they're talking about now.
Oh God.
So so you see Morel just going, oh, I think if I had to really compare the two, horses, I really love horses. You know, they're so powerful and their fur is so soft, and when you're riding one, right, it's like a king of the world. Yeah, really love horses.
Yeah, I also love horses. I didn't know that horses could go so fast. I mean, I knew, like, I read a lot about them, but like actually like being on one and like when we did our race together, like that was exhilarating. Like, I don't think I ever knew I had a need for speed until I got on a horse. Camels are cool. They're really cute.
Yeah.
But they're not as fast.
You know, camels make great transportation, but you don't want to race a camel. You know, it's like watching a turtle trying to swim on land. It's adorable, but it's not going very well for the turtle.
Well, actually, I'm gonna look up how fast camels can go. I wonder, Morel, how fast can a camel go?
While this conversation's happening, I'd like to think that Dragon's just like, why are they talking about horses and camels when they could be talking about each other?
Right.
Do you have anything to write on?
And he starts digging around in his pack. Let me see. I've got some mud and I got a stick. No, I don't think I got anything to write on.
I'll handle it. And Dragon's gonna like walk up to the bar while still trying to listen. But like, do you have like something I can write a note on? To like the bartender.
Oh, the bartender says, let's see. I got this towel. I got these little stones. If you got the right kind of paint, you could write on that. You can even know with that. I got
no parchment.
No, around here parchment just gets stained and it's very expensive out here, so I don't have that.
All right. Give me the stone and the paint.
All right, yeah. They hand you this like little stone and they give you like this like a white ink dipping well. And they're like, all right, here you go.
All right. And so he's gonna take the time to like just write, tell her she's beautiful on it. And then he's gonna tell the bartender, okay, take this to the big guy and hand it to him like this. And
wait, before you do.
What?
Before you do, I'm listening as you do that, and I'm like, I've got an idea. And he's going to cast Soothing Blossoms and put a flower that goes with the note, so that he can pass that to her.
That is great.
I think this might be nice.
Oh, okay, all right. That is a great idea. Okay, so just to the bartender, I like that is perfect. So you're gonna pass the stone to the gentleman, and you give the flower to the lady, and bring them a new set of drinks. And tell her it's from him. Tell her the flower is from him.
All right. Yeah.
All right. Great.
Got it.
And I'm gonna slap another gold down, and then like sneak back to the table with Lothier and just like give Lothier a high five. Like, yes.
Okay, right. So he does that. He gets new bit of drinks ready. He gets basically another version of the same very beautiful sweet and fragrant drink that Alona got. Another big old strong dark mead, and he gets him on a wooden plate. Gets the rock there. Comes walking over, puts it down. Puts the drinks there for you, and sir, this is for you. And then kind of plucks the magical glowing flower and goes, and my lady, this gentleman here got this for you in advance, and then hands the flower to Alona. I already made this roll. Morel looks at Stone and goes, tell her she's no, I didn't buy a flower for her. Do you want me to? I can buy a flower. Would you like a flower?
No,
I would. How much does it cost? I'm so sorry.
Fine. No.
Having heard that, I go, oh, don't you remember you gave me that flower for her, Morel? Right?
and as Morel looks over, you just see Dragon glaring at him.
Well, the die face 4 says Morel is like, when did I talk to you about this? This date was it was spontaneous. I don't remember telling you anything. Also, it's good to see you. How have you been?
I just put my hand in my head, or my head in my hand, and I'm just shaking it.
And Dragon's just still glaring at Morel.
He's looking, he's like, what? I think it's going quite well.
Lona comes back. Actually, checking my notes, horses can run up to 55 miles per hour and camels can run up to 40 miles per hour. I feel like what we need to do is get a horse and a camel next to each other and then race them to see which one would win.
That sounds like a great idea. I tell you what, how about we just chug these drinks as fast as possible? We leave this place and you and me do another horse race. Who gets the camel though? You want to get the camel? Should I get the camel?
We should flip for the camel.
We
should. I'll ride the camel.
You ride the camel?
I'm going to ride Morel the camel. And Morel the camel is going to beat Morel the human's ass.
Yes, ride Morel.
I wasn't the one who heard that. Okay, good. Okay. So Morel stands up and he hears Dragon shout that. He gets immediately very blushed and goes, right, I'm gonna get the horse, you're gonna get the camel, and we're gonna sell this once for all. Who's faster, a horse or a camel? But by the way, before you go, you look really beautiful.
Thank you, Morel. Appreciate that. And then Alona shouts back to Dragon, I will! It's literally what we just talked about!
And Dragon's just gonna get another smile and be like, good. All right. Into Lothier's like, okay, so we need to get a hotel room.
All right. I'll start asking around for one.
All right. And then we gotta make sure that no one dies.
No
while they
one
do a
can
race.
disturb them.
Mhm.
Right.
All right, so just for my own silliness notification, could you both, Randy and Wes, give me a society check?
Yes.
Ooh,
Dirty
okay.
20.
Dirty 20.
For me, that is going to be you said society?
Mm-hmm.
22.
So 22, and remind me again, you said 23 was?
Yeah, dirty 20.
Dirty 20. And 22?
Mhm.
Okay. So you're looking around town, and as you get to one of the many different imagine, if you will, a hotel. It's one floor and it really more caters to like the upscale clientele. So like every room is a very fancy, beautifully furnished room, and you find a place. As you go in there, you hear this couple of people having a big squabble and an argument, and one of them is like, well, I never wanted to date you anyway, and then runs out. Now, as that happens, you see one of them kind of look at you and go, well, if you want a free room, we're not going to use ours anymore. And then they run the other direction.
Huh, that worked out really nicely.
Yeah, but I mean, they're unhappy, but I mean, one person's unhappiness is another's happiness. I don't know if that's a thing.
I mean, royalty is a thing, so yeah.
Fair. That's fair. All right. All right. So before they get back here, why don't we make this room more nicer? Maybe
Here,
set the mood a little
I'm gonna
bit.
let you handle that. I gotta make sure nothing interrupts them. And then
All right.
literally just gonna sprint back.
All right, so really fast, Randy, I want you to tell me the tale of how you are setting this place up for maximum dateness.
All right. So I take it it's not like it's not the greatest room, but what's the view look like outside the window?
So there's this wonderful kind of like circular porthole window with oh gosh, I'm trying to think of the term. You know, like the Shire windows in the Lord of the Rings, like it's like circular with like the cross lattice.
Mhm.
It's one of those, and it overlooks this kind of almost like a sea of sand that moves very beautifully and rhythmically, and you can catch just a nice glimpse of a crystal blue oasis over one of the hills.
Ooh. That's nice. I'm gonna add some obscuring fog to that, but not too much, just a little bit, so that it's like a little mystical feeling, kind of magic-y. Just outside the window. Have the curtains sort of parted so that it's just very picturesque. There's gonna be some flower petals on the bed and that kind of thing, and it's just gonna be really nice when they come in. So.
Okay, all right. So while that's happening, we're gonna cut to Morel, Dragon, and Alona. Alona gets Morel the camel. Morel gets a horse that he has been told is called Shadow Runner. It's this beautiful black Acadian horse. Looks very, very strong, and he's just like, yes, oh, this thing's gonna absolutely, you're gonna eat my dust, Alona. I'm telling you, this creature is gonna be like a tornado.
Alona looks at Morel the camel, looks at Morel the human, looks at Morel the camel, and whispers to this camel. She says, listen to me. We have to do this right. You are going to move the fastest you've ever moved in your entire life, or so help me God, I will ride you into the sand like it is your last night alive.
Lady's choice, intimidation or nature check.
Nature check. Oh no, your point.
I love the priorities. I love it.
Oh no, that's worse.
Oh no.
Well, here we go. Good thing I have a really good nature check. It's not gonna save this. Maybe it will. 16?
All right, 16. So you can't quite gauge if the camel got the basic instinct of what you're trying to describe to it, but you can see that Camel Morel, is ready for a race. He's ready to run.
Yeah.
The camel lodger, the stable master says, all right, well, we have this practicing round circuit that we have outside to test new steeds that we get. So just go out there. It's a simple circle. Usually when we do races for fun or for money, it's first to complete 5 laps wins. But yeah, it gets pretty hot out there. So, good luck. So with that, Wes, give me an occult check.
Wes, are you still? Wes is muted.
Sorry, I thought I unmuted myself. I must have muted myself. It's a 14.
14. Okay. Yeah, you can kind of get the vibe. There's like some like creepy undead stuff, but this desert is like filled with nothing but creepy undead stuff. So at this point, like as long as it's not sundown to like midnight, it's fine for a race, not a problem. Okay. So with that being said, before we take a break in about 20-30 minutes, we're gonna have the race between Alona and Morel. And I think this is the second or third time you all have had a race together.
It is. This is our third race. I think the first race was kart racing, and the second race, the second one was like our unofficial date, and then this one's an official date. So we've worked our way up to this point. Congratulations. This is the evolution.
Yep. So as you get to the line, the camel just chewing, whatever's in its mouth still, and this powerful black stallion just right next to it. Morel kind of looks at you and he says, I just want to have a good time. And should we put like, if I win, if you lose kind of things on these races?
If I win, I win. And if you win, You win. The last time we tried to do the whole betting thing, it didn't exactly work out, and I never learned what those things in that book really meant. You never really taught me, so.
Yeah. Yeah. Reading the Kama Sutra for a first date was not really what I had in mind. But maybe like on the third day we can read that and figure it out. No. Anyway, moving right along. All right. Let's go wait for the flag to drop. And with that, there is a couple of poles with beautifully made silken flags. They get the prep ready, and then they hit the go flag, and you're off, both of you, hauling ass right at the gate, and the race is on. This is going to happen like a duel, but this will be a duel of racing skills. So first things first, we are going to roll perception for initiative.
Ah, yes, that is good. 31.
31. Wow. Okay, you kicked the ass out of Morel's initiative. So you're gonna go first. I want you to decide the skill choice you're gonna make to try and kind of pass Morel on this first lap.
Well, I definitely don't want to do athletics. Let's try nature to see like, this kind of track I've seen before. This is sand will work this way.
Okay. Yeah, nature will work for that. I'll let that happen.
Cool. Thank you for letting it happen. I'm gonna kick your ass. Anyway, that is so good. That is a 28.
28. Okay. Well, Morel is trying to ride the horse like it's a war horse, so he's really almost pushing it as he's riding it. An athletics check of 26 fails your 28, so you win the first lap.
Yes.
So as you move through the lap, here's the thing. I need you to make a fortitude save on behalf of your camel, because it's very, very hot. The winds are piercing through. But here's the thing. It's a camel. So it just takes your fortitude bonus. The horse, on the other hand, it's going to be at a penalty.
Haha, suckers. My fortitude bonus is 11. So if I don't roll well, though, it doesn't really mean much. Why did I use my hero point on such a silly thing? 18.
18. Okay, so your camel unfortunately does start getting tired. You're going to be getting a -1 penalty on the next round. The horse, on the other hand, that Morel's on rolled like a friggin' doozy, and they're fine. They're not going to get any penalties now. So that being said, the second round, you're going to be at a -1. The horse won't be at any penalties for this round. Let's roll initiative to see who's going to be going first in this part of the chase. Okay, not good on the initiative there.
Oh, it's gonna be you.
What you got?
That one.
Nat 1. Oof.
Yay.
Okay. So Morel is going first on the second round with no penalties. He is going to just continue to push the horse hard on this race. Okay. His athletics is really high. What are you going to do?
I'm going to use performance to conjure every memory that Alona's ever had of watching camel riders from back home, and go, I can make their technique mine. I can adopt that. I can imitate.
Okay, give me a performance check.
All right. Okay. Why do you fail me now? That's a 13.
Well, it's really funny because if you like flip those numbers, that would be Morel's athletic check of a 31.
Wow.
At this
That
point,
was rude.
I know. I feel bad. Morel is now taking the lead. And with that, we're gonna make fortitude checks to see how well the animals are doing. Pushing the horse definitely has not done him any favors. It's starting to bite him in the ass now.
Did you
Mm,
roll another nat 1?
no, I just rolled a 6 on the die face.
And it's a plus 11 fortitude save.
So 17.
Well, the good thing is you both failed. So on this round, you both take a -2 penalty. So roll initiative on this next lap. Let's see who wins this third lap.
I just imagine Alona's distracted this time because she's watching the sweat beat down Morel's body and he's muscular and she's confused and she wants to win. Why? What?
Oh my god.
No! Wait! I rolled a 3!
A 3.
You might need a new dice.
Yeah, I think I gotta put that one in dice jail.
Oh! Damn it! This is my favorite set.
Aw.
Fine. You know what? If that doesn't work, I'm gonna bring out the gay dice. Gay dice, don't fail me.
There we
I'm
go.
one of you. Okay, so what were we rolling? Initiative again?
Initiative. Just initiative for the third lap. Good old
Oh.
perception check.
My actual bejeebus. 3 plus 14 minus 2 is 15.
Okay. So Morel's gonna be going first on this round. Let's see, he's at a -2. He's a beefy boy. I think right now the best thing for him is to keep pushing this horse. That was not the right call. Okay, what's your skill check and what's your roll?
I want to know what you got, PJ.
So I rolled an athletics check total of 18.
Well, let's see if I can get better than that. I'm going to use a religion check and pray that I can beat him this round.
Fear any god that'll listen. Let me humble this just giant bear of a man.
Listen, ever since Alona has left the temple, she has never lost a race. This will be the first race she loses, and it's not going to happen. Or it is. Wait. No, that's not as bad as I thought it was.
Good.
Better than I've been doing, but it's still not amazing. Good thing I used my religion modifier, so it's a 26.
Oh yeah, you absolutely stomp his ass to the yard. So you see him again, like he's doing that thing where he's starting to lift up on his heels, and he's not even on the horse now. He's just kind of hovering with all of his leg strength, just like leaning forward and ready. Like he looks like he's about doing a war charge at this point. But tell me the tale of this prayer that somehow gets you to take the lead in the third lap.
I look at Morel lifting up and I snap into reality and I'm like, I can't be distracted by my earthly desires. And I start praying to Afra to be like, listen, I know you love both of us, but in this moment, please love me more. I just need this one thing from you. This is all I will ask. You don't have to give me any more favors for the rest of this journey. Just help me beat this man's ass. I mean, help me beat this man.
So yeah, you kind of zone out in this prayer, and the camel almost kind of zones out with you. And it is enough to get you to take the lead in the third lap. You have 2 more to go.
What?
It was 5 laps, I think I said.
Oh, fudge muffins.
Now you have to make a fortitude save to see how tired the animals are getting.
Ah!
Oof. Oh God, Morel, you big dumb person. You're making it worse.
Oh, great. I made it better. I got a 26.
26. Is it with the 3 penalty?
I lied.
It's a
I got a
23?
23.
Still, it's a success. You no longer have the now -4 penalty coming into this lap. Morel did not do so hot. He has a -4 penalty
Oh,
to
boy.
everything in this lap. Speaking of which, let's roll initiative on this racing duel. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Could be worse.
I beat you. I guarantee it.
What's your total?
31.
Oh yeah, you kill it. All right, so you're gonna go first. What is the check you're gonna do?
I'm going to do. You know what? I'm going to be gutsy, and I'm going to do a stealth roll, which I have a very bad modifier for, but for some reason I'm feeling spicy today. This stealth roll is so I can sneak around you and go the extra mile and just like pass you like the wind, like, look, you can't even see me. I'm going too fast.
Oh, you're drafting. Okay, yeah, give me a stealth check to draft.
Yes. It was a mistake.
I'll tell you what, I'm gonna make his natural choice to make a perception check. So here's what we're gonna do. Hold on, I gotta do my math.
Not great.
I have his number. What's yours?
A 16.
He rolled a 15.
Are you kidding me?
I'm kidding. I'm not kidding you. 9 the die
Wow.
face, -4 penalty makes it a 5. He's a +10 to perception. 15.
Holy crud muffins. Great, good. Haha, and now he can't see me. Can't see me. Too fast.
You start kind of fading behind him for a bit as he starts kind of taking in all his wind drag, just like a NASCAR race. Suddenly the camel just peels back out and just starts going like taunting its way like a camel rocket out of hell, and just passes Morel. And he's like, what did I just witness happen? Now we're at the final lap. This is the one for all the marbles. Morel has a -4 to the fortitude save to keep his horse. Oh, we got music for the race finally. I'm sorry, baby. Oh my god.
Okay. Hello. That was music.
Yeah.
Or was it to
It was to terrify us all.
Yes.
Just a little bit.
Was it
Make
to get
sure
us
we
hyped?
Make
Yeah,
sure we're still
exactly.
awake.
Jump scare music. So sorry that happens. All right. We know Joe's gracing us with a playlist, so we're going to make it happen. I want that fortitude save, Sidney. We're on the last lap. What do you got for me?
I got a 15 for you.
15 total on that fortitude save?
Yep.
Okay, well, you fail,
Damn.
but also, so does Morel. So now
Oh.
here's where things get intense. You're both now on the final lap with a -5 to what you're about to do. Now, this is the chance to go big or go broke, right? Let's roll initiative and then see who is going to potentially take home this victory.
Okay. Okay. Not great. What was it minus again?
5.
Ooh. Spicy, spicy, spicy. 19.
19. At this point in time, Alona has a lead, though she currently shares the -5 penalty with Morel on this final lap of the race. The first move of the initiative goes to Sidney. Sidney, what are you going to do to win this race? You're on the last lap of it.
I'm gonna do intimidation.
Okay.
I'm gonna do intimidation on this camel. Okay.
Okay.
Let's see what happens. No.
What's the number?
No. I rolled a 5 on the die face.
So it's all bonus. There's no number. What's the bonus?
My diplomacy bonus is a 10. Oh wait, intimidation bonus is also a 10.
Hey, Wes, you want to make that roll to hit for me, buddy?
What?
What?
Wes, what is that?
No, don't worry about it.
You
Let me.
little shits.
I did nothing. What did you do? What?
Yeah.
So that is a 28.
Okay. 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you are trying to put some fear or maybe even some persuasion into the heart of Morel. Morel just kind of looks at you, smiles, and with all of his might, just whips the horse hard and spurs it, and he is getting ready for his victory lap. As he does this, you suddenly hear a what, and then he goes flying off the horse 30 feet into the desert sand. The horse finishes the race without a rider and then slowly tramples to a confused end. The winner, by default, is Ilona.
Ilona just slowly stops and looks at Morel, and then looks around looking for someone who could have done this. Perception check.
Sure, give me a perception check. Hey, Wes, what's your stealth bonus?
My stealth bonus?
Yeah.
My stealth bonus, I believe, is 10.
Okay, so that means she's got to beat a 20 to look at you and figure out that was you that did that.
Oh boy, do I. It's 25.
Yeah, you look and you see Dragon Targier staring, like still kind of like showing the waves and ripples of magic in the kind of hand extended attack stance, and then going, I mean, I don't know, Wes, what's your response to, haha, I got him. Ooh, too much. What's your feeling?
Too much? I was just trying to unbuckle his saddle.
Yeah, and you hit him with like a 3d6 plus your intelligence modifier cantrip, and his ass went flying.
Team Rocket blasting off again.
Okay. So, oh no, he's hurt. Let's go help him. And then I'll like run over. Morel, are you all right? It seems like we need a healer.
Morel gets out of sand, spitting it out, brushing it out of his hair, getting it like out of his face. I won. I'm pretty sure I was winning, and therefore I won. Did I win?
And he'll go to help him up. Trust me, it's better this way. And he'll like lift him up out of the sand. Oh, you're all scraped up. You guys should probably go rest. And Ilona, you should heal him. So let's we'll take care of the camel and the horse, and we'll take you guys back. That was a great race. You guys were doing so great. Lothier, you wanna help me out here?
I'm at the hotel.
Oh, you're so okay. And so I'll be like, oh, and I'll just like try and whisper to Morel, be a little hurt. Just trust me.
30 feet off of a 60-mile-an-hour horse. I'm very hurt.
All right. Well, you're not that hurt. Trust me. Okay. And he like pats him on the back, be like, okay. All right. So I'm going to take you guys to a place, and then she's going to heal you. Take your shirt off.
Right, fine.
And then he's going, oh, Ilona, that was such a great race. But Morel, he seems a little hurt. really know what happened there. It was crazy, desert winds and such. But I've got a place for you guys to go and rest.
Alona looks at Dragon like. Alona looks at Morel the camel. That's the camel. Looks at Morel the person. And goes, let's clean you up, buddy.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
For clarity's sake, me or the camel?
Morel, I was looking at you.
Oh, sorry. But there was both Morels in the conversation. I didn't know.
I
if it was
didn't
both
say
of them.
Morel, let's clean you up. I said, let's clean you up, buddy.
Understood.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
And that's where we're going to take our 5-ish minute break. This has truly been a chaotic hour and a half. I just want to sit here and flag post the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 threads I put there just to mess with my players. And they did a lovely job of ignoring all of them. Truly. Actually, it was funny as hell. Thank you all so much for your choices and your role play. When we come back in about 5-ish minutes, we will get to the second half of episode 16. See you then. Hello, everyone. Hello, and welcome to the second part of this episode. It's already been, oh my God, so much more than I could have anticipated. So I want to give everyone here a hero point for the date. And
it's not over yet, 100%.
It's technically not. And this is where we go, I guess, in the second part of the episode. As Alona has told Morel that they're gonna get them all cleaned up, Morel finally figures out, oh, they're talking about me and not the camel. That is also shared my name. And I'm just gonna leave it in your hands, Sidney. You're just gonna take him back. Where are you going? What are you doing?
Well, I let Dragon take it back to the place that he mentioned, having caught on to the fact that a lot of this has been happening as a push from Dragon. So Ilona willingly allows Dragon to take them back to the room. Ilona is Lothair still in the room?
No, Lothair is not in the room. He is outside. And as you enter the room, the light of the from the window starts flooding in with like a light little mist outside of the window. And then as you start walking in, you hear, it's now, do it now.
Oh,
and then and you just start hearing a really soft mandolin kind of instrument playing in the background as just a beautiful song begins playing very softly from off in the distance, just sort of adding ambiance to the place.
Ilona looks at the room, scans it, takes it all in, is enthralled for 2 seconds. Just immediately, her eyes get big and she goes, ah. And then she looks back at Dragon and she looks for Lothair.
And Dragon, the whole walk back, was just hanging his head low. Like, did not mean to do that to Morel at all. And it's just like, damn it. Like, you can tell he's pouting a little bit, but is trying to maintain being happy for you, trying to maintain that positive attitude.
Mm-hmm. Ilona looks at the two of them, goes, okay, thank you. Goodbye now.
Mm-hmm.
And
all right, Lothair, you see him sort of peer over the window edge and goes, oh, all right, sorry. And he goes back down.
Lothair! Lothair, no!
No.
Ilona closes the window, looks at Morel, and goes, we'll call it a draw for interference.
That's okay. I think what we should do instead is just have another race at some time. I like racing against you. So no win, lose, or draw, just a race for fun.
I mean, I like winning, but yes,
Yeah, no, I've noticed that about you. Yeah, quite stubborn sometimes.
just a little. But all of our dates can't end in horse races.
No, it's true. I have to start upping my game, or you're gonna get bored of them really fast.
I don't think that's ever going to happen.
No, no. We still have the date in the library. We never get back to Adolfon. I still have that favor, so we have that to look forward to.
If we ever get back to Adolfon.
Yeah, if we ever can.
Let's take a look at you.
All right. He does take off his orange tunic, a bit of a wince. You notice some bruising on his shoulder and ribs. You don't know if it's a superficial bruise or like a deeper like rib bruise or like a deeper tendon bruise. But he's definitely, for getting thrown 30 feet horizontally off a 60-mile-an-hour horse, he's doing okay.
Alona under her breath goes, "Damn, Dragon."
I know Dragon would hear that, but if he does, just damn it.
Alona will start doing a medicine check, which I will roll for right now. Fair point. Much better. Yeah, the medicine check is amazing. I love my medicine modifier, yay, for being good at field medicine. 30. And as Alona starts bandaging Morel up, she goes, it does feel kind of nice, though, to have people rooting for us. As much as sometimes maybe it gets a little bit in the way accidentally, it's heartening to know that even though Lothier and Dragon are new, they still care enough to be invested.
Yeah. It's a good sign about someone when they are already invested and willing to help two people. They show us today a lot of their love, and that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, it is. And I know that we have this whole awkward thing going on, but I think eventually we'll settle into something really nice if you still want to.
I think that would make me the happiest former Acadian knight in the world. Yeah.
Well, as much as they put overwhelming effort into this place, you seem to be patched it up all right. And let's see if we can do something nice for them now.
All right. Well, we can buy them a few drinks. I think there's some fun drinks out there we can buy them as a thank you.
Well, we can buy them drinks, or we could make them memories.
We do a play. I love it. They're gonna laugh. They're gonna love the little sock puppets of themselves. It's gonna be great.
Morel.
Yeah.
They both talked about when they met us that they were excited for the adventures we were going to go on with them and the memories that they're going to make. Let's give them a little adventure.
Okay. Well, you've always had the best eye for adventure. So you lead, I'll follow. You always have me by your side.
Alona takes Morel's hand and leads him down to the bounty board that he was looking at earlier.
Okay.
I would like to think that you actually would see Dragon there talking to Lothier, like just looking over the bounties. Like, yeah, I think you did great with the room, by the way. I may have screwed up a little bit. I don't quite have control over my magic yet, and Yeah.
I mean, you were doing your best, right? And it was an accident. I mean, I don't know if I could have done anything quite like that. So,
Oh, you did great. Look at the room. You
I
had
mean,
music when they walked in.
yeah, I
It was
did have
awesome.
music, and then they closed the window, and then there was no more music after that. So, I
I just hope they
I
had a
don't
good
know.
time.
Yeah, same. And you just see him sort of look deflated.
Ilona goes, "Hi guys."
Hi,
Uh,
hi.
Hi.
Everything
was the room
okay?
bad? Did you not
No.
like it?
Room is great. It's really good space for healing people. Thank you so much. Yeah, you made the environment very tranquil. It helped me get in the mood for healing.
Oh, that's not quite the mood I was trying to go for, but all right.
Yeah, and you just see Dragon like head in his hands, like.
Okay. Well, what brings you here? We were just looking at some of these bounties, but we don't
Oh.
want to ruin your night. Yep.
Oh, there's no night ruined. We
And then
thought
when you say that, you see Dragon just go even more like, son of a, like thinking he screwed up so bad, just like, oh.
no, it's not, it's we thought that maybe we would join you because we figured, you are our friends, and we figured we will get enough alone time at another point.
Right. And I look over at Dragon and I go, I mean, we will be traveling lots together, and I mean they can spend time together, right?
Mhm.
It doesn't have to be right now, I guess.
His head just hits a little bit against the bounty board.
Oh my
Oh yeah, great bounty right here.
Ilona looks at Morel and then looks at the two of them, and in an effort to like, she looks at Morel like, what do we do? How do we make this better for them? They tried so hard. I don't what do,
He grabs you, spins you around, dips you, and then gives you a gentle kiss on the forehead, and then spins you back up and goes, "That's right, that just happened. Couldn't do without your mates. Thank you so much. And this lovely lady, she's adorable, and I adore her. So,
And you do
That's
see
what's up.
Dragon smile, like,
Yeah, I'm like, oh, all right, that was mighty cool.
and just turn to Lothier. Yay!
Ilona passes away. Yes.
He's like, "Dear diary, today I gave a forehead kiss. Yeah." I could just hear Sidney
just
That's so fake.
That's happening in Ilona's brain.
Yeah.
In Ilona's brain. That's happening. Meanwhile, she goes, yeah. Yes. That's a thing that happens now. Thanks to you.
Well,
thanks.
And then Morel goes, "Right, so what about his bounties? What do we have here on this old board, huh?"
I look at the one that Dragon had his head against. What was this one you said was nice? And he sort of like looks at it and pulls it.
Okay, so you find on the bounty board 3 specific bounties, but you do find they are repeated. And they bear the sigil or mark of a different bounty house, for lack of a better word. There's 2 companies. One is the Warriors of the Word Weaver, and the other group is called Hunt Mother. And they are two different organizations basically selling these or offering these bounties, and they kind of have different offers and different takes. So the three that you get to choose from kind of go by little titles or names so they can keep a receipt of it. The first one is called Magic Eater. The second one is called Rat Trap. And the third is called the Tiny Tyrant. These are the three bounties that you can catch in on. Right now, it seems that these are monster bounties, not human bounties. As such, this is a fun little side quest. These are going to be a lot tougher than normal monsters of your level. The trick to fighting these is doing in proper research, setting up basically the puzzle solution for what it needs to fight these things, and then giving it your all in the fight. They are very strong, but the rewards are very good, such as this. Hunt Mother tends to pay gold back, whereas Warriors of the Word Weaver tend to give items back. But you get them when you turn in the bounty and proof of bounty to the person.
Hunt Mother.
Hmm.
I don't know.
I
mean,
Yeah.
I could
Dragon
use
needs
some
gold, right?
I do.
Yeah.
need some
Yeah,
gold.
yeah.
I'm running a little low.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Okay, so Hunt Mother it is. So Hunt Mother, you're going to go with the Hunt Mother side of the bounty board. Again, the same three are there: the Magic Eater, the Rat Trap, and the Tiny Tyrant. Which one of these three creatures do you want to accept the bounty of and begin prep and hunting?
I would not want to do the Magic Eater because we got 2 or 3 magic users right now.
I'm not a big fan of tyrants. Maybe we can take this one down.
Yeah. All right. What about rats? Rats are animals. I like animals. And maybe we could, it says trap them. Maybe not kill,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
We can trap a rat, right?
I did that before on a boat.
All right.
You could totally do that. Yeah, let's get some rats.
Right. Sure.
Let's look at the rat trapper.
Okay, so you'll go to the part of the barracks where the representatives for these hunt boards are staying at. The Hunt Mother seems to be wearing a lot of Svigar gear, a lot of furs and braids, even though they are absolutely dying in the heat. So they're just kind of suffering in their tunic. And when you slide the rat trap over to them, they go, "Oh, rat trap, that's a good choice. Here, let me give you the..." Here we go. And it kind of puts down this big tome, opens up, turns around, shows you. The rat trap in question is this like massively disgusting, desiccated rat monster like creature. Big fangs. You can see exposed skull on one side of its head. You can see some ribs breaking out, and they seem to be like as sharp as blades. The tail is just this mosaic of textures, as it's not all one piece. And then they turn to say, "Oh yeah, rat trap. That is what we are calling it. It's a bit of a joke. Rat trap likes to eat undead things and raw waste. Not a lot of waste in the desert, so it's mostly just eating all of the undead that you all kill at night. Thank you, by the way, for feeding it. It's getting too big, and we need someone who can kill this angry, giant, demonic rat."
Sounds fun.
A little different from what I'm used to, but yeah, demonic rat.
All right.
Yeah.
I have a question. Can I do a religion check and see if I've ever heard of a creature that is like this?
Absolutely. In fact, if you want to start your research phase of getting ready for this this monster hunt, for lack of a better word, each of you kind of put out a skill roll that you want, and depending on the skill roll, the DC will be different, and you will get some information about the creature that can help prepare you to kill this really tough monster.
Sweet. Religion, because it's a demon rat.
Okay, religion from Sydney, and I believe Lothier
I
also
said religion, but if
Oh.
Alona's gonna do religion, I'll do nature
You
to see.
Perfect.
Yeah.
sure.
That way I can see sort of I mean, obviously I would have known a little bit about the desert itself, but I'd want to see like how this rat because it's going around eating dead corpses, but how is it staying alive in this desert? Like, what kind of habitat would it like potentially be like dwelling in, that kind of thing? And that is going to be, oh, nice. 18 plus. That's a 32.
32. Okay. So you're looking at this and you're comparing this rat to a lot of other vermin in cities, and you're realizing, yeah, sure enough, this thing is surviving off of the fact that it is eating a ton of undead creatures and probably living creatures, surviving off of undead, surviving off of carrion waste, people dying in the desert, that kind of thing. And you think because of its size and what is out there in the desert, this thing has to be a large, if not huge size creature, and probably only hunts at night because of its body and the intense heat.
I also got 21 on Arcana. I don't know if that helps with anything.
Sure, I mean, anything can help. 21 Arcana. Looking at this thing, you can tell by some of the choices in the description. This monstrous creature, definitely its weapons of attack, besides of course its claws and its natural bits, it has to be teeming with acid and poisons. This thing is its body, something in it is decaying it, and it's probably the acid that it uses to kill and digest its prey a little easier.
All right.
Sydney's face. So Sydney, what was that religion check?
33.
33. Yeah, you recognize some touches of Dekha, the demon lord of decay and disease. This thing is definitely not like a greater entity, but there is a tether to Dekha in this creature, meaning it is 100% a demon, a fiend of the demon lord. Because of that this thing has a weakness to good aligned, good, positive, any of that kind of damage. And therefore, because there's a weakness to that, it has a lot of resistances like negative damage, poison, acid type damage. It is almost immune to those. You also know that it's weak to fire as well.
That's good to know.
Would you tell that to the group?
Oh, I sure do.
Okay. Dragon is going to immediately start working on applying one of the two holy runes to his sword.
Yes.
Okay. I think you can do that. Give me a crafting check.
Crafting check. Whoa. Okay. That is a 21.
Cool. So it's going to probably take you the remainder of your downtime prep to affix that rune, but you can absolutely do that. Now, anyone else want to do more research? You basically have front-loaded some benefits for Dragon. Anyone else want to do any other research for this creature?
I want to find something we could use as bait potentially. Obviously, like a dead creature of some kind or something. That way we could lure it out when we are going to hunt it.
Smart.
Give me survival to find enough carrion meat or dead meat to get its attention.
Okay. That's going to be a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay. You are, it's a desert, so you wander out long enough until the sun starts to get a little too low, but you're able to find enough dead or dying meat that you can make a decent sized bait.
While I'm working on my thing, I've got 3 gold left over. Anyone want to go buy a bunch of very flammable alcohol?
What are you
looking at me for? Like, why is everyone looking?
I'll do it if I can do it before I go and start getting this food, or the meat or after. But I don't know if I have time for that.
I'll do it.
All right, and he hands Alona the 3 gold pieces.
Alona's never bought alcohol in her life. What do I
Strong.
get?
Tell them it needs to be particularly flammable. They'll usually hand you something called moonshine.
Oh, that sounds so nice.
Yeah.
Does it taste nice?
I'll give you some later.
Okay. Alona goes to buy moonshine.
Okay. The bartender sees you come in. They're sitting there doing the stereotypical cleaning the mugs. Like, oh, how can I help you? Oh, it's great to see you again. Yeah, how was that date? How'd it go?
It was fine. I need moonshine.
It's going really well. Okay, yeah, great. Let's see here. How much moonshine would you like?
Alona gives him the 3 gold. How much will this get me?
Oh, wow, 3 gold. Okay, wow. Here you go. He puts out 5 bottles of moonshine, slides them across the table. I'm not really great at some of the quick math, but I think it's approximately 5 to 7 silver a pop. So I'm just gonna give you 5. That's all we got left here.
Oh, yeah, this is great. How does it taste?
How does moonshine taste? That's. Let me ask you this: Why do you want the moonshine? Are you gonna drink it?
Probably not.
So why are you buying moonshine if you're not gonna drink it? Are your friends gonna drink it?
Probably yes.
Okay, so what's it taste like? It tastes like your body's on fire and you've lost the ability to taste, and your gut is gonna bubble and sizzle, and then your head's gonna spin. That's what it tastes like. That's what it does to you.
Oh, well, why would you drink it then?
You know what? My job's just to make people happy. So here you go. That'll be 3 gold.
Okay. Alona's gonna take the alcohol and walk out.
Takes the gold, puts it on the counter, and you just hear him kind of chuckle under his breath, and he's like, "Oh, the girl's gonna die."
Probably yes.
All right, so you have 5 possible Molotov cocktails. You have a sword that's getting the rune stone, the holy rune attached to it. You have enough bait. Any other one last prep action? What do you want to do before you prep?
What I would be trying to do is so I have a cantrip that is lightning damage, but I would be trying to use it to it's electric art, but I would want to use it instead of like trying to electrify a creature, like to hit like kindling and to like get it to catch fire.
Love it. Love that. Absolutely. And in that case, why don't we get some kindling then? Give me a survival check. We'll get the kindling. We'll go from there.
Okay. That's a 10. You said survival?
Mm-hmm.
21.
Okay. Yeah. You're able to get some from all the stores around the stable and everything else, like a lot of dry hay or dry wood. Here you go. A lot of them gives you for free because like you're finally killing rat trap. Thank you. Like it's bad enough we live in a place where we could be attacked by undead at any point in time. The fact that there's a monstrous demon rat feeding himself off these things is kind of bad. So thank you for taking care of this monster for us.
Oh, all right. I didn't realize we were doing that much of a service, but glad to help.
Yeah.
Lothir's gonna go back to the group and he's gonna go, so I didn't realize how bad this town was being plagued by this creature, but I'm mighty happy that we're helping bring it to its end because it's a natural and people don't like it.
Yeah. Yay, good. I'm glad we're helping too.
Yeah, this will be fun.
All right. It's getting kind of late, it seems. I was thinking about this creature and it looks like it probably hunts at night, right? So we take this bait, we put it out probably a bit of ways, and Mm, we need to make sure that we're doing it somewhere where it might smell it, but I mean, we've got enough, I'm sure. And you just see him like with this like big bag of like rotting smelling meat that it's disgusting. And he's like, right? You think this will be enough?
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, it looks good. Why don't we go out near the racetrack? That's kind of at the edge of town. It seems like, there's a lot of open area. People probably won't be there at night.
All right.
That's a good plan. We're gonna want to do this away from anyone.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Let's murder a rat.
Murder.
Murder.
Oh my god. Okay, so you move out to that part of town, you wait for a bit. Everyone, if you're going to be placing the trap, I want you all to give me a survival check for tell me what part of the trap you're setting, then make a survival check for the trap. Just my words.
Did you give us a hero point, right? Did I already use it?
I think you did. Yeah.
You got another one for the date.
I got another one from the date. Did I use that one?
Yeah, I think that's the one you use because
I'm using my hero point.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure you don't have one, Sydney. I'm sorry.
Fine.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I thought you got an extra one after the date.
Oh, she did.
I
And
think
then
I
she used it.
And she used it shortly
Oh.
after. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't hold on to them very long. I have learned about myself. Basically, anytime there's a minor inconvenience, I use it.
Yeah, I'm using a hero point too. That was not good. Oh, much better.
15 on survival for me.
Huh.
I used a hero point because the first roll was a nat 1.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Not good.
That would have been disastrous.
It would have not been great.
Well, I hate to break it to you. I rolled a 2.
Oh.
Oh.
So
What part of the trap was that?
I don't know. I don't know what part of the trap. I don't know how many. I'm lost. I have the string part. Is there string? Are we making a gigantic rat trap? I think maybe.
I'll tell you what. Why don't we do this? Why don't we backstep just a bit? We know the pieces we have. We have kindling. Sorry, we have kindling.
Yep.
We have the Molotov cocktails, and we have the giant corpse pile. Right? Is there anything else I'm forgetting that you all prepared besides the rune? And yeah, anything else I'm forgetting?
I think that's it. So in other words, Alona is in charge of setting up the Molotov cocktails since she was in charge of getting the alcohol. So
okay.
I would say that that Dragon is going to like try and wrap some of the rancid meat around 2 or 3 of the Molotov cocktails to try and get him to eat them.
Okay. I like that choice.
I like that either it eats the meat and then we attack it and it explodes, or it eats the meat and then it gets crazy drunk.
Exactly. Both ways work for Dragon because there's going to be fire involved.
All right. So instead of survival, then give me a deception check as you are placing this trying to make sure it's not obvious.
I'm very bad at deception. Okay, that's not terrible. 18.
Okay, it's better than your survival check was.
Yeah,
Sydney, since you are making the Molotov cocktails, you can give me a crafting check instead of your initial survival check.
15.
That's better than what that was. Now, last but not least, Randy, what part of this trap are you putting together? Looks like
I'm the trigger. I'm going to zap whatever thing and make it explode and catch fire.
All right, so give me, just for the sake of giggles,
I
give
rolled
me
15.
15. Okay.
What modifier with that?
Oh, was it die face 15?
Yeah, die face 15.
Make that a survival check because like you're trying to.
That makes it much better. That makes it 26. I like that.
Perfect. Love that. Okay.
My survival's good. I like nature.
Yeah.
Now, time passes. As the sun has faded, it seems you didn't know a desert could go into nightfall in 3 different layers of darkness. First, it gets very dark, and you're thinking to yourself, that makes sense. It's nighttime. There's a nice breeze. And then as time passes, it gets even darker. And you're like, I thought it was already night. And then it gets colder. And then finally, as it's approaching maybe 11 o'clock at night, midnight in the morning, it gets even darker still. And the cold of this desert breeze starts to chill you to the bone. But then, over on the horizon of the sand dunes, you hear it. It sounds like a squeaking. And it gets closer, and that squeaking turns into the sound of scraping. And then suddenly it turns into this horrible, like heavy breathing and hissing, like, and coming over the mound, you see easily on all fours this 10-foot tall rat with mangy fur, holes in its body that seem to be almost like sucking as he breathes, and you can almost see the air and the sand itself shifting as he does so. His porous body like a sponge for the air around him, as his skull jaw just kind of hangs slightly unhinged on one side, green ooze dripping from his maw. His eyes, you can't tell if they're cataract or if they've just been decayed to nothing. And he starts moving through the desert, his paws gripping the sand with each step. His nose paws at the air, smelling the mound of dead bodies. And then he continues to move closer and closer. Finally, he blindly stumbles up to it, bumps his head into it, rubs his chipped and decaying ear over it, and then finally gets his nose on it and just wipes his nose up and down the meat pile, getting the scent as much as he can. And then when he figures out what it is, his ears perk. And with this quick spastic motion, starts moving into it. And they can hear the wet, horrible sloppiness as he starts biting into the meat. And you can hear the sizzle like bacon in a pan as his acidic spit starts to burn the food down into smaller bites and pieces, and just starts eating and eating like a creature possessed. He is now feeding in your trap. What do you do?
I'm gonna light some of that kindling and cause a fire / explosion.
Okay. Give me a roll to hit.
I'm gonna use my last hero point on that. All right. 17. 1 second. Arc of lightning. I'm sorry, I'm looking up on Nethys.
It's quite all right.
Because my character sheet just has the name and it doesn't tell me what I'm rolling against.
What level spell is it?
It's a cantrip.
Oh, it's a cantrip.
Yeah. Yeah.
Electric arc.
Yeah, electric arc.
Okay, so it's a reflex saving throw. Arc of lightning leaps from one target to another. You deal 3d4 plus your spellcasting modifier.
Okay. 3d4 plus my so it's a reflex save, but it's kindling. So I don't know how we're gonna do that.
Yeah. Honestly, I was gonna have a roll to hit the area. So as long as you get like a 10,
yeah,
you can make
I
it
got
like a general spell attack roll.
Okay. Then I got like a 17.
Okay. So I want you to roll the damage for me really fast.
I swear, if this ends like Monty Python's I don't remember which movie it is, but there's a man and he explodes. And if it ends like that and we're covered in gross rat meat,
I got 11.
You're not gonna
damage.
like my turn.
No.
11 damage.
Mhm.
Right.
Meaning of life. Thank you. Thank you, Ripseki.
Okay. So the spark hits. The minute it does, the rat seems either so numb to the world around it or too possessed by this meal that it doesn't really take into stock that a bolt of lightning just coursed through the air and hits the ground around it. You can see its ear twitching, like it's like, what? But it's not really logging in anything yet until suddenly your shot hits one of your kindling patches. And sure enough, it's like lighting a series of fireworks. One just goes off into fire, and then it just starts a chain reaction all around it in a split second. And then suddenly, this massive 10 by 10 square of fire just roars into the night. And then you can hear this thing make its horrible screeching cry as it's now aware that it is on fire. It is going to take damage from the flame. And I want the next actions to happen. You get to use these actions once, and then we roll initiative.
Ooh.
Or is it just one action a piece, or is it the whole turn each?
Oh, one action. So basically, you're activating your part of the trap, and from
And
there,
that was my action, right?
exactly. Yeah, you're the trigger man, and you pull
Yep.
that trigger hard. What's up next?
My idea was I'm going to launch a fireball toward its open section to try and ignite it from the inside.
Then here's what I'm going to do. I want you to roll an Arcana check. This will be your initiative when the fight starts, but we're going to allow you to do that fireball now.
Okay.
Can I, as my action, because my action was just prep, can I just cast guidance on Dragon?
Yeah, if you want to do that, yeah, you can absolutely do that.
Boop, you get a +1.
All right. Thank you, because I'm here. I'm hero pointing. Okay, that's way better. So that is a 23.
Okay. Let me get that initiative in. So Wes, 23. Perfect. Okay, now it's going to try to roll the reflex save against this fireball. What's your DC to beat?
My spell DC?
Mm-hmm.
I believe it's a 20.
Okay. Well, apparently I rolled insanely well, and it's going to critically succeed the fireball save.
My gosh.
Okay.
So it takes no damage, unfortunately, from the fireball as it goes off. But he does not leave the fire pit. I'll say that.
Okay.
That being said, everyone,
Dang.
roll initiative. I'll be right back.
Yep.
Oh boy. Big old stinky rat. We're gonna blow it up.
Ooh. Nat
What?
20 on initiative.
Yeah.
Nice. Yes. I rolled really bad.
And just making sure I remember this, initiative is perception
Yes.
in Pathfinder, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. 33.
Damn.
Oof.
That's impressive.
Hmm.
Yeah, I rolled not great. And I'm bad at math, so that's 17. It's not the worst. Could be better.
Yeah, because it's 20. I'm trying to figure out make sure that this is my spell DC, but I think it is.
Are you looking at the sheet that PJ gave us? Like the character
Oh,
sheet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's at the top of that, where it says your like slots and stuff. It's to the left of that.
Yeah. And we already got your initiative because we made it based on your Arcana for that spell
Okay.
roll that you did.
Yeah. To 23.
All right. So basically, I just need Sydney and Randy's. What's yours?
I got a 33.
Damn.
Well,
That's the highest I can ever get for that.
well, because you
20.
rolled a nat 20.
A nat 20. Yeah, I rolled a nat 20.
All right. Cindy, what was yours?
17.
Okay. Okay, Morel. It's gonna go after Wes and the creature. Cool. Excellent. So, the creature has taken note of your presence. With a horrible hiss and scream, they're very, very mad. And with that, we're going to start off with Randy. Randy,
Yep.
open the gates of battle for me, man. What are you going to do to this creature?
I'm gonna hit it with the electric arc. So try to hit it. That is, let me make sure. Yeah. I rolled a 11 plus my spell modifier, like my spell attack. That's a 22 to hit.
22 to hit. That misses.
Yeah. Ooh, good to know. So you see Lothier staff, he hits it on the ground and a crack of lightning reaches out from it. It tries to lash out at the creature, and just the creature is like moving around a little bit more than it was before, and it just fizzles in the air.
All right. Do you have one more action? Do you want to use that for anything in particular?
No, I don't.
Okay. Next up is Wes. What are you going to do, Wes?
Okay, so I think first thing that he would do is he's going to run his hand down the blade and whisper a spell, and all of a sudden his bastard sword seems to melt and ripple into a blade of black fire and mist. And then he's going to run in and strike this thing with the sword.
Okay. Now, you are running into a 10 by 10 field of fire. Are you okay to running into that fire?
Is he completely engulfed in the fire?
Yeah, he is surrounded by a giant patch of flame that you set up for him.
Okay. I think in that case, instead, I will use telekinetic projectile to launch one of the remaining Molotov cocktails at him.
Okay. Roll to hit.
Okay. That is a 21. Wait, no, 23.
Unfortunately, that will miss as well.
Okay.
As you shoot into the fire, kind of shatters in the ground. You see the fire roar a bit and then fade away.
Rats.
Yep.
All right.
And then I'll I don't know if I can use a spell at the same turn as a cantrip.
If it's one action, because I believe telekinetic projectile is 2 actions, you can.
Yeah, it is. Okay. So no, I can't. So I'll just hold.
Okay. Next up is Morel.
Oh, right. Thank God.
Yeah.
Yay, buddy.
Morel sees what's happening, and okay, he's going to use all of his actions to run to the opposite side of the creature, and then he kind of hunkers down behind his shield as he slams his fist on it really hard to get the rat's attention.
Huh.
That being said, it's now the rat's turn.
No.
Uh-oh.
The rat will firstly, I have to go through so many notes because this creature is homebrew as F.
Huh.
Really?
Oh, you couldn't
Surprise.
tell? You couldn't tell? All right. Ouch.
Oh. Oh, no.
Okay, so with his first action, he is going to bite Morel
No.
critically.
No.
And as I will roll the damage in a bit, but as he rips his fangs out of Morel's body, he's going to turn, and you hear the rat just kind of go,
Ew.
and he shoots this giant glob of acid phlegm at you all. I'm gonna need to roll to hit you. He's going to be aiming it directly at Lothier.
Mhm.
Oh.
Oh my gosh. I
It's
don't like
again.
it. Wait, again?
no.
He critted twice. Yep. The good thing is he can't do any more actions. Bad news is he's critted twice in one round.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You said it was gonna be rough, but I wasn't expecting double crit rough.
I did not expect that either. It showed up on the D20 both times. Okay. All right. So
This is how we go. Wasn't the big bad, it was just a big old rat.
A big old like necrotic rat.
Necrotic rat. Jonabus and each are gonna roll up being like, where's everybody else?
No, they'll see us because if we die, they'll be like, "Oh, hey, what's up, Marcos?"
that's right.
That's right.
So this one was a very gentle crit. You're going to take 20 acid damage, Randy.
All right,
This
Gentle
one,
crit.
this
a
one
gentle crit.
a sweet and gentle crit. So
You said 20 what?
20 acid damage.
Okay.
Let's see here. Unfortunately, for our good friend Morel, that's not going to be the case.
Oh,
Let's see here. He's going to take 35 damage, and he's got to make a fortitude save,
oh my god.
which he critically succeeds.
Oh, thank God.
That's
Oh,
a-
thank God.
That's the
Excellent.
third one of these in a row. The third
Wow.
crit
That
I've
is
rolled.
nuts.
Yeah.
Wow.
Bonkers. I mean, I'm happy, but also, what the hell? Okay, so he takes that 36 damage, and you see as he bites him, almost like the cheek of the rat begins to pump and undulate, like it's shooting and injecting something into Morel's flesh. Morel is able to immediately start to like punch the wound, and you see this like sickly green and black ichor just fly out of his body, and he's able to fight off the infestation. For now.
Yay.
Okay.
Okay, with the rat's turn done, the next one up, I believe, is Alona. Yes, it is Alona.
All right. Good thing I went last. Alona's gonna use a heal, heightened 1. And she's gonna use all 3 of her actions as in a 30-foot emanation to catch Lothier and Morel. And yeah, I'm gonna roll 2d10 plus my spellcasting ability, mod. So please don't die on me. Please don't die on me. Please. I will be so sad. I will be so sad. Oh boy. It's 17 points of health to both of them.
To Morel and Randy.
Yeah.
Now, are you using the AoE heal?
What?
Are you using the 3-action heal spell, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have selective channeling?
I'm sorry.
Just curious, because you said you healed Morel and Randy by 17 HP, right?
Are you saying the rat is in that 30-foot emanation, PJ? Is that why you're saying that?
Mm-hmm.
I don't
It
know.
is a evil necrotic rat.
It is
and-
an evil necrotic
I'm
rat.
dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's undead and it's
give me
holy.
a
It's holy
perception.
healing.
Give me a perception check, Alona.
Look, I've played enough Final Fantasy to know that if you use healing spells on undead creatures, it hurts them. So
Right.
28.
28. As you cast the heal and you see Morel start to, recover a little bit, and you see Lothier start to recover a little bit, you see the rat's body begin to flay a bit as this rippling energy moves through it, almost more so than the healing it did to anyone else in the blast.
What?
Yeah, its reaction just, you see the hair kind of die and the skin just kind of tears a little bit like someone cut it deeply.
do that more.
So that's the end of the first round. Second round, starting off with Randy. Randy, what are you gonna
Yeah. So Lothier just got acid thrown at him, and he did not like that. But what you see is he begins chanting and spinning the staff around him. And like he's beginning to like his demeanor's changed from like being just like sort of more sort of laid back. He seems a bit more like intense as he's chanting this arcane thing, and he slams the staff down. And as he does, the ground where the rat is engulfed in mud pit.
Nice. Is that a reflex save?
Yes, it is.
All right.
And
all right.
it's a 60-foot area square on the ground. So I would try to get the rat and not so much Morel, but I mean it might get him too. But yeah, you just see this mud just begin to like bubble up out of the sand and just like make the ground difficult for it to move.
Perfect. Well, what's the reflex save?
It actually just says, I know I said reflex save. I'm looking at it again. It says range 60 foot, area square on the ground. I'm not seeing reflex save actually. I think
okay.
it's just difficult terrain for the ground.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. No sweat. Yeah, so that becomes difficult terrain. So that means he's gonna have a hell of a time trying to get anywhere from that spot, which also means he's still in the fire. Hold on.
Mhm.
I need to roll for that bad boy.
Yeah, I want to get him stuck there as much as I can.
Okay. So since you all set the fire trap before and he's still stuck there, he will be taking 2d6 persistent fire damage until he leaves, which means he just took a nice chunk of damage from that. Okay. So now he's stuck in this difficult terrain. I believe it was that 2 actions to cast?
Yeah. It is. Yeah. It's my hold. It's 3.
Okay, that's perfect because now you can see the rat panicking, like, oh god, I'm on fire. And he can't go anywhere easily. He moves way too slow. He is basically trapped, at least for an action or 2 in the fire. Next up, we have Wes. Wes, what are you going to do?
I am going to attempt to telekinetically throw the last bottle of moonshine at the rat. Because it's now difficult terrain and there's still fire, so I can't really get in to do a lot of damage with my sword. But I can do a ranged attack to throw that at him.
All right. For the range to happen, yeah, that works perfectly. You have him flanked for this, which means he's flat-footed, which means he's now easier to hit. Roll to hit with your spell.
That is so much better. I believe that is a 32 to hit.
32 to hit. That is...
No, 29 to hit. My
oh, okay, 29 to hit. Okay, that'll hit.
Yeah. Okay, great. Yeah, all right. So that hits. So it's 3d6 and then plus whatever fire damage, I'm guessing.
Yeah, so the spell is going to be 3d6 plus spell modifier. I'm looking up the fire of this right now. The damage of this firebomb right now.
All right, so that would be 12 damage.
Okay.
Rather low.
Trying to get the details of this. Why could I not? Fuck, I'm trying way too hard. Okay, cool. So that you said that would be 12. I want you to roll for me another 2d8.
2d8. Got it. Where are my d8s there? 10.
Okay. As you nail it with this cocktail, you see a fire come off the body, and you can hear it scream in pain. And you see just more of this matted fur just falling off like snowfall, and the bones just starting to kind of curl a bit as it is bloodied.
And then I would like to use my last part of my action to move into backup Morel. So staying out of the fire, but in position that if it attacks Morel again, that I can help.
Okay. Do you want to be, so you're currently flanking. Do you want to be by Morel's side, or do you want to stay where you are but get a little closer?
I guess I would get a little closer, yeah.
Okay, cool. So you are just outside of the patch of fire. Next up, we have Morel. Morel is going to shield bash the rodent. Maybe. With his shield bash and his Everstand stance, that's going to be... I have all of this. I have like 19 things. There we go. Okay. That'll hit. Okay, I'll just hit. And that will make it 2d8. Ooh. Okay. So with that hit, he is going to basically get right into its face with a shield up and just kind of bonk it on the nose so that now he's the front line. That'll be the end of his turn. Next up, we have the rat. The rat is going to go. The rat panics because it realizes it's surrounded and it's very, very wounded. It's going to use one interact action to feed entirely on the corpses around it, which
are also on fire.
And full of moonshine.
That's true.
Let's see here. Here we go.
The rat gets heavily intoxicated.
Listen, go hard or go home, I guess.
So the creature is not intoxicated. It's very used to this, but you do see some of the wounds start to knit as you see its muscles start to kind of bulge a little bit, like an anime. Just with that one interaction done, it's going to turn to our friend Dragon. It's going to bite him.
No.
As a reaction, I'm gonna cast shield.
Okay. Technically, I think that's fine. But
Is that okay?
I think you have to cast shield on your turn, and then you get to basically use its protection as a reaction.
Oh, okay, got it. All right.
Yeah, it's like a preparatory thing. You put it up during your turn, and then.
Okay.
But either way,
That's good to know.
it's going to be a 30 to hit you.
Oh, it wouldn't have mattered anyway. Okay, that hits.
Yeah. What is your armor at?
23.
What's your AC? 23. Okay, so it's not a dirty crit.
Yeah, thankfully.
Yeah. Okay, so. You're going to take 15 damage, and I need a fortitude save from you.
Okay, I'm gonna guess that I failed the fortitude save. That is a 14.
14? Okay, yeah, you're going to fail that. I need to confirm the exact number here for you. It's a critical fail.
Oh no.
You now have the rat filth disease. On top of that, you are enfeebled 3.
Okay.
So you're gonna be taking a -3 to any strength-based roll, like a skill check or an attack to hit, and 3 less damage if you hit. So you have
Gotcha.
enfeebled 3, and you have the rat filth disease. If this is not cured in a certain number of days, you will die.
Cool.
That being said, that was its first action. It's now going to. I'm sorry, that was second action. Last action. You see it's going to start sucking in air again. Reminds me. 2d6 persistent fire damage as it breathes in fire. Okay, noted. And then you hear the. And critically fails an attempt to hit Alona with the
good.
acid phlegm.
Great. Happy for me.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so that being said, next up is
Lona,
Sidney.
right?
Yep. Yep. Well, I'm gonna heal everyone again. 'Cause that worked so well last time. And I'm cast it heightened, used all my turn, and get Dragon in there too. Get the rat. So let me roll those d10. Lame. Lame. 10 points. You're healed 10. 10 points of healing for you.
10 points of healing.
The
for
Gryffindor.
Yep.
Exactly.
All right.
Yes.
And that was a 3 action, correct?
And now the rat has 10 whatever stuff on him.
Yeah, he's not liking that at all, Sidney. You're seeing again more of his fur just kind of like peeling rip off his bone. It's now, I think, the top of the 3rd round, and it's Randy's go.
Yeah. Lothier sees what does it look like when this rot begins, like this disease affects Dragon?
It looks eerily similar to the disease you were trying to cure on the hospitalier. However, instead of just traveling through the veins, you see it almost moving through the flesh, and you can see the flesh getting dried and like husk, like sloughing off almost like husk.
Okay. What he's going to do is cast his last level 3 spell, Soothing Blossoms. But what he does is he outstretches one of his hands to the ground where Dragon is standing, and below your feet rises these small little flowers that bloom and spread. It's going to be in an area for a 10-foot burst. It lasts for 10 minutes. Anytime you have a save, anytime that you roll to save against the poison or disease, it is a critical success instead.
Oh, okay.
Holy crap!
That's awesome.
Yes!
Very good.
It's-
That is amazing.
Yeah, both. So the blossoms grant assisted recovery to everyone in the area to end any persistent damage, both when the spell is cast and at the start of each of your turns.
That's amazing.
So that is such a clutch spell, my guy.
Yep.
Do you have any other actions, or is that your whole turn?
Those are 2, and I think I do have one more, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I think that's it that I can do for right now. Yep.
Well, next up is Wes. Wes, before these flowers start to bloom, you start to feel this this disease take hold. Since you critically failed, it means it's going to be starting a few levels higher than you're used to. In fact, this is going to be on stage 3, which means you are slowed 1 and sickened 1. Now, what this means is that since you're slowed 1, you can only take 2 of your 3 actions, and the sickened is going to be a penalty to your stats. But we'll get to that in a bit. You have a horrible disease in you. You have these flowers coming up, giving you the strength to fight it off, and the rat is looking at you like you're a meal, and it's on fire. What are you gonna do?
Well, I guess it's within melee range now.
At this point, yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I've lost one of my 3 actions, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so yeah, he's Dragon is gonna try and stab this creature with his holy fire sword. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna try and do. Let's see if my dice will roll high for me.
Okay.
I'm gonna use my final hero point to reroll, and it made it so much worse. That's a nat 1.
The good thing is that I think you can still take the higher of the 2, maybe. What was the original one?
It was a 10, so it would have been 24 to hit.
Okay, 24 to hit. Okay. Unfortunately, at this point, none of those are going to hit.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Yeah. We're so close. So that was 1 action or 2?
It was 1.
Okay, so you can attack again. However, the multiple attack penalty will basically make this a minus. With all your penalties for being sick as a dog and enfeebled, this will basically be a -8 to a roll.
I don't think I can hit it besides a nat 20 then.
I mean, if you want to give it a shot, that could be a critical 20.
Yeah, it's true. All right, let's go for it. Nope.
Nope.
I rolled a 2.
What a clutch moment to prove me wrong. But that's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. So with your turn, that's your turn done.
Does he roll anything for the disease?
Yes, he has to make a fortitude save for the disease.
Yep.
Automatic success. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll let him
okay.
roll that. I think normally it's an action, but I'm gonna let it happen anyway because he's surrounded by that.
Oh,
whole field.
okay. So that's a 26.
Is that
So
a
high.
pass?
Let me check. That might be a pass.
And if it's a pass, it is now a critical pass.
Were there bonuses to the check because of the flowers again? No.
They don't get. He doesn't get a bonus, but he does get. If it's a pass, it becomes a critical.
Okay. Unfortunately, not a pass.
God. Why do I have to roll? Dear God.
At a 26? Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I can barely, if I got a nat 20, I could roll higher than that, but I can't really roll higher than that.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is a very, very tough creature, rough
Yep.
on purpose. But I will say this: you are doing it. It's getting close to death.
Okay.
Now, with Wes being done, Morel is up next. He looks at you, looking like you're in a bad way, and he says to you, "Do you want me to break the line and reinforce you, or do you want me to stay where I am?"
He just looking, he's like pissed off and desperate. We're like, just kill this thing.
And then from there, he pulls the shield down and he goes, "With bloody pleasure." And you see his hand start to glow as he then thrusts his hand into the creature's face and lays on hands the creature.
Yes.
So,
Murder.
Murder.
All the Healy magic.
yeah. He is getting so close. And as he does that, he pulls his hand back and then just throws his full weight behind his shield into his dome. I think he's going to miss. The good thing, though, is that he will be stuck in that reinforced position. So if he has to, he can just take the hits. That's the end of his turn. Next up is Rat.
Mhm.
The rat is going to
Yeah.
go.
Yep.
Hold on. He's got to take his persistent fire damage. Okay. He is going to... He's going to hit Morel. Because he didn't like that. Where's the other? There it is. That's... Okay. You see Morel stumble back as a huge dent is put into his shield, but it's not broken yet. It's looking pretty bad. With that, he's going to turn around and he's going to do a sweeping claw at Dragon. Does a 23 hit you?
That is my AC. So yes.
Okay, so he's going to hit you. Okay. So thankfully, the claws do not make the sickness worse.
The claw.
The claw. The claw.
The claw. You're going to take 16 slashing damage from this.
Okay.
And with its last action, it's going to eat the last bit of the carrion nastiness. And that's the end of his turn. Next up is Sidney.
All right. So, how bad is my party looking right now? How bad are we look? How bad is
I
everyone?
think it's Dragon who is the worst off.
And Dragon, you're fine.
Mhm.
Okay, and then Dragon's battling a disease,
Mhm.
so that I can't heal that. So I'm going to summon my spiritual weapon, which is 2 actions. Am I close enough to Dragon to touch Dragon or no?
You can get there with one move action, sure.
I can't then. So I'm gonna use 2 actions to summon my. Actually, yeah, 2 actions to summon my spiritual weapon. I'm gonna heighten it. So my deity's favorite weapon is summoned, which is a holy fist, and I'm going to punch this mother tucking rat straight in the face. So let's see. Yeah, it's a melee spell attack, so that would be my roll plus 12 to see if it hits. It definitely hits. Thank you, the Lord Bejeebus. Yeah, 30. 30's
30
gonna hit
definitely
it.
hits. Yeah, 30
Great.
definitely hits.
Well, it's gonna get paunched with some holy mother tucking damage, so strap your seatbelts. All right, 2d8 plus my ability mod, so that is roll higher. Curse words. That's 13 points of damage.
Okay.
Oh shit. Right in the dome. I have one action left. What can I do with this action? Can I command it to die? I'm going to use I'm gonna prep my shield.
Okay. Good. Yeah, that's what it's for. So using that cantrip.
Yep.
Describe for me what the shield looks like as it covers you.
You see that Alona is shrouded in golden and purple light undulating around her. Looks like kind of a kaleidoscope that occasionally will form into the passion flower in front of her, but it is constant undulating moving energy.
Well, top of the next round. Randy. What are you gonna do?
Yeah. I'm gonna cast heal on the rat. So I'm gonna do the 2 action version of that. So
Okay.
Ooh, nice. And that's just it's so I make sure I understand this. I do heal, and then because it's 1d8 normally, and then because it's high end, I do an additional 1d8, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's going to be 11 points of healing.
Okay. And you're doing the 2 action one, right?
Yep.
For level 2?
Yep.
Cool. Okay. So it's 11 for the dice, but it's for 2 action, it's 8 per level. So that means it was 11 plus 16 plus the weakness bonus. You did about 31 damage there. Tell me the tale of how you purify and remove this horrible abomination from the world.
All right. So he sees his new friend like sort of being racked by disease and sort of like getting attacked by this creature. He sees Morel's shield about to fall, and he sees sort of just this abomination of a living creature that should not be existing. And so he goes, you shouldn't exist. And he just begins chanting the spell of healing. And from the top of the staff, this like weird brownish green sort of glow emanates out from it, flying in towards the creature. And as that light begins to touch sort of the bone, it like rips it apart. And just like watch as like what would be sort of soothing energy on any living creature just sort of burns and fizzles away at that part of that creature. And it just like screams out in pain as it writhes and sort of begins to fall.
It writhes as it falls, and then it finally collapses with a horrible screeching pain. Everyone give me a reflex save as its body absorbs enough alcohol and fire, and you see it start to kind of bloat, and it's about to explode.
I forgot we made it eat out.
26 reflex for me.
26, good.
What does a 19 do? 19 okay? Yeah.
19's good.
20,
Success.
ooh, I got a 26 too.
Nice. All right. Time for Merle to roll his reflex. Okay. So you all are all fine. Morel, on the other hand, takes 20 damage and is like thrown backward. This thing just ripples in the night air. This fiery explosion. You all jump out of the way just in time. Turn to look at the cameras. You look cool as hell with the fire behind you. You land all cool like a 3-day beard. Like, what's up? And there's Morel just on his back, sizzling. This smoky ember just coming off his chest. You have killed your first hunt. The Hunt Mother is proud of you.
Yes.
Once you get a trophy for showing your kill, you take it back to town. You drop it off at the Hunt Mother desk, and they get a big stamp. Completion.
Can I do one thing before, like, after it's exploded? I want to touch it and see if there's. I know there was that connection to some evil necrotic demon lord. I didn't get the name.
Oh.
And
Deca.
Yeah.
Deja. And I want to just like make sure that I mean, I know it's dead, but I want to like make sure that feeling isn't still there. It's not like in the area. I want to make sure the land doesn't, or at least where we are right now, doesn't have that, because I'm a druid. I don't like that.
Yeah, go ahead. Religion or nature, whatever check you want for that.
Yeah, I'll do religion for this because it's a demon lord thing. Religion is not my strong suit. Oh well, no, I'm not bad at religion actually. 24.
24. As the rat dies, its corpse on the ground slowly starts to fade before you get your trophy. You do feel that the corruption that this creature represented will be going back to hell with it. Its influence and presence in this world gone.
And you see this like where Lothier was like kind of getting really aggressive. I mean, like that last healing thing was kind of aggressive, right? And then like just as the intensity of the battle and everyone's landed and it's all cool and all that stuff happens, you see him sort of relax and all of the muscles like untense, and he goes, that was mighty scary. And like it's almost as if there's like a complete personality shift that happened in the middle of him fighting. So we'll leave it there.
Yes.
Can I also use my monster scavenger skill to see if there's any parts that I could scavenge and sell?
Yes, give me that roll.
Okay. I'm rolling so terribly. That's only a 9.
It's only a 9.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
that's the 8th 2 I've rolled tonight.
Oh my gosh.
God,
8?
Yeah, I rolled so badly tonight.
8 2s? I mean, it's not a 1, but still. Ugh.
He's hurt. He gives up. Looking for after a few moments, I guess.
You're able to find enough of this critter to bring it back as proof of completion of contract. You are not able to get anything like the disease pouches or acid sacks or anything that would be like, oh, I'm gonna turn this into a weapon or I'm gonna sell this or anything like that.
Okay.
So point of order, your man's at like stage 3, almost stage 4 of a horrible disease. I think he's still in the flower field. Can you roll for me a quick fortitude save?
Hopefully I can roll high on this one.
Wait. Before you do, someone should cast guidance to help you.
We'll cast guidance.
It's 27 without guidance, so
28.
28.
Perfect. That is
A crit success.
it is exactly because of that field that is now a crit success.
Yay!
You were out of stage 3. You were dangerously close to starting a stage 4. Now you're back to a stage 1, and the DC is going to drop significantly because your body is healing very well from this. So I'm making a note. Got this disease. So next episode, I'm going to need you to roll one more fortitude save to see if you can kick this for good. But you feel fine, dangerously so.
That's good.
Yeah, I feel all right. It's just a little, corrosive nonsense. It's fine.
You just see some of the flowers have sort of begun to die as they've like been spent trying to help you with that.
Thank you for the healing and the flowers. It was appreciated. and he'll just kind of like hold his side and walk over to Morel and try and help him up.
He takes a minute to get back up, in that full plate with that shield, and a little tired from the injury, but he's gonna be okay. Like, mate, that's always a shock when they blow up in the end, huh?
Yeah, that's new for me. I
Is
can't
that
I can't say I've
normal?
really had that happen before. Usually the fight either starts with them exploding, but never ending really with the exploding part. Like when there's not an explosion that happens first. Does that make sense?
No, it's like when they start off with like the giant ball of fire or whatever, like like, oh, that's gonna happen. But when like you win and you're off your guard, and all of a sudden,
Yeah. What the hell is that?
right?
Stupid rat.
Asshole rat. I'm glad you're dead.
Mm-hmm.
Sucks.
He just kicks a little piece of the rat that's left over.
So you turn in your reward and you get your money. Not only are you going to get about 120 experience for killing that rat, which I'll put in the group chat later, you get 10,000 gold as per the bounty of this rat, as given by Hunt Mother. So now you have 10 G's to divide amongst yourselves.
Thanks, Hunt Mother.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's great. I love bounties in this area.
Oh my gosh. This is the most money I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah.
We can buy like 10 pies.
You can buy a few more pies than just 10. Unless
But
you have really, really, really good pies where you come from.
No. I've only had a pie on a special occasion like once.
I hate to ask you this, Lothier. Are they mud pies?
How'd you know?
I just had a feeling.
The minute you were like, I have to ask Lothier, my DM senses, my DM's just like, oh no. Oh man. So you get your 10,000 gold, you get your 120 XP. They also mentioned that they have like special VIPs that if you get enough kills under your belt, you can start getting very special hunts. Ones that they don't really put on the bounty board that could have some really great rewards and great opportunities. They lean in and say something like, we have been trying to beat the other guys at fighting this dragon that's out in the world. Oh, he's a big, very angry son of a bitch. So if you have what it takes, you could do a lot of good and fight a dragon.
Yeah, I've never done that before. That sounds fun.
Overrated.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure I'm ready to fight a dragon.
I mean, it's a lizard with wings. How bad could it be?
Oof, that's a big talk. He's really mean guy. You don't know him. He'll kill you like that.
The irony of this conversation
It's
is
happening.
not lost.
So
Why? He just got his ass beat by a rat. He's trying to take on a freaking dragon.
also, like, I think I threw a dragon at the party one time.
Not once.
Not once.
The entire first half of this season was us fighting dragons, you little turd. It was more than once.
Oh,
So
God.
many dragons.
Well, so you take your money, you get your reward. You have one hunt mark to go forward on the other potential VIPs if you wish to. But that being said, it's time to call it a night as you all retire to your rooms. Morel wishes that you enjoy the bed that everyone is having you stay at. He is going to just stay somewhere nice and Spartine and let you have the room to yourself. That being said, thank you so much for tuning into episode 16. This was silly and chaotic and violent. It was a lot of fun, and I can't wait to see you all again next week. Let's say our goodbyes, starting with Randy. Randy, tell us who you are and where we can find you on that sweet, sweet internet.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. I'm Randy Alvarenga. If you're not following me, you can follow me on Twitter at Roller Raja. That's ROLLER to find out all the cool stuff that I'm doing. I'm actually doing a really cool thing this Saturday in the afternoon with Aliza, and we're doing a fundraiser for Stream Punks, which is a project that she's doing over there. There's Abria Iyengar and some other really cool people involved in that project. So come and check that out and help us with our fundraiser. So, yeah.
Sounds awesome. Well, next up, Sydney, please tell us who you are and where we can find you on that sweet, sweet internet.
Hello, my name is Sidney Rubino. You can find me all over the internet at Sidney Rubino. That is Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. You know, the ones that people go on. I have a very special show coming up, not this weekend, but next weekend. I will have a formal announcement for you on next week's episode. But keep your ears out for that because it's going to be very exciting. And thank you guys for joining us tonight.
Yeah. Well, I can't wait to hear about that. So now, Wes, your turn. Please tell us who you are and where we can find you on that sweet, sweet internet.
Hello, everyone. I am Wes. My handle is Wes_IRL and all of the things. You can find me on Twitch on Fridays, DMing a campaign called For Initiative, which PJ happens to be a part of. And yeah, thank you guys so much. This was a lot of fun. And now on to our lovely DM, PJ.
Oh, thank you, thank you. Well, my name is PJ Megaw. You can find me all over the internet at pj.megaw, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. You can find me, you can friend me, and let's be friends. And when I'm here with these amazing legends and heroes of tomorrow, you can also find us here, same nat time, same nat channel on Mondays, 8 to 11 for Wayward Arcadium. We had the big dance episode a few days ago. It was incredible. Really was a lot of fun, great roleplay, great music, a little bit of twisty turns and surprises. If you haven't had a chance to check it out, it should be coming out on the YouTube, I think sometime around this weekend, I think Friday. So look for that. And with that big dance done, we only have like 3-4 more episodes left of the season for Wayward Arcadium. And we'll be finishing our very first ever collab season with Goblins and Gays. Episode 20 will be happening. That will be a Q&A. We will eventually release a link that you can prep any Q&A questions that you want in advance or show up in the chat and, chill with us. So that's a lot. Come here next week for this as well. Look out for me on For Initiative with Wes. Love him. And if there's any other announcements, I'll let you know. There's a lot of fun stuff brewing. And we'll see you same nat time, same nat channel here for Edge of Legend. All right. And I know I started off at the top, but I've been really bad about doing this, and it comes from my heart because I love him so much. Joe, thank you so much for being the best TD in the world.
Yeah,
Could not do it without you, and that is a serious statement. Love you, man. Well, we are supposed to raid. I can't find a raid person. I found one, but they're drawing a lizard with giant boobies, and I don't know if we want to raid them. Unless we're down for that. I don't know.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
down for that.
Mhm.
I say yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
I say yes too.
Booby horse.
Booby lizard. Okay, we are going to be rating something called Theropod art,
I like it.
and they are basically doing a just sexy, scaly artwork. Hope that's your thing.
Scaly.
If not, what should our raid cry be?
Love and monsters.
Love and monsters.
Love and monsters. Ooh, okay, I like that.
It was what
All
this
right.
episode was.
That was,
Okay.
yeah.
That was.
Exactly what this episode was. That's exactly what I mean naming it on the YouTube.
People
It's
get
not
really
about
confused.
love and rats, and I was like,
Well, that being said, we're gonna be rating in 3, 2, 1.